What's good? Jelly Enjoyer. Thank you for the 29. What's good? Baldster. Thank you for the 6. What up, Curbs? What up, Raven Emate? Raven Emate? What up, Alana Nana? Thank you for the Prime. 9 months of Prime. Thank you. Good to see you. What's going on? What's happening in the chat? Lion Wings, what's good? Skepticid, what's good? Serotonin Homie, thank you for the 36. Have you been sun maxing? You're so tanned. I want you to think of a normal way to ask this question. I want you to reevaluate, and I want you to talk like a normal human being and ask me a question as if I've can't do it better. Dude, it's crazy how far this shit has spread. I was listening to a podcast from the FT about, dude, it was literally like about government bond yields in the 1960s when they were building the Erie Canal or something like that, or earlier. I don't know what year it was. And they said, dude, they said like, what did they say? They said like, they were yield maxing or something. Like they used some fucking slang. It was crazy. Yeah, they said yield maxing. I was like, who are you? 1840s. Yeah, you're right. I turned it off when I heard the yield maxing, so I didn't know the story. Overclock Pixel, thank you for the Prime. Number 1 CCP supporter, thank you for the 4 months. You're the number 1? Does Xi Jinping know about you? I feel like you should support his number 1 supporter. Acrobatic Guy, thank you for the Prime. Kidica, thank you for the 6 months. Chicken Joe, thank you for the Prime. Thinking of the Odyssey, have you watched or listened to any musicals? The Odyssey is not a musical. At least the Nolan movie is not. So I don't know your reference. I have not. The only musical I've seen is Hamilton, and like Disney Channel original musicals. But I haven't seen any like of the classic musicals that maybe you know. I really don't know. Go watch Hadestown. Oh my God, shut up. Every single one of you all watched Hadestown at the same time. It's insufferable. Everybody's talking about Hadestown lately, and they're all, dude, some of them are pretending like they just learned, or they want to talk about the story of Eurydice. No, I knew it from the myth. And they're all talking about it now. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Kaya Raid, thank you very much. Kaya Coliseum, thank you for the raid. I'm excited for the in-person tournament. And again, congratulations on the insane run you did with Tubbo. Truly mental fortitude. Hadestown is sick. Guys, quick, say Hadestown. I don't know if it's sick or not. I'm not even criticizing it. It's just that sometimes there's like these cultural trends and everybody, because when you stream, you have a chat and the chat jumps on it all at the same time. Hadestown, my wife's my first year musical. That's cool. David UMB, thank you for the 16 months. What did you pick, Kaya, for your walkout music? Guys, I have to pick my Pokemon tournament walkout music today. We just got an announcement from the tournament organizers that said we must submit by when? I think Saturday. And so I have to decide what my walkout music's going to be. But the problem is, I think they are saying no copyrighted music, so I'm not sure. Ooh, yeah, it's probably God Gamer. Probably not even a hard choice, actually, when you really think about it. Given that that is a community song. Yeah, it's probably God Gamer. It really is, actually. And it's not even. You're picking Lost Horse? What the hell? Respectfully, what the hell is Lost Horse? Lost Horse song. Let's listen to it. If this is like your most favorite, cherished personal song, I just hope that Lost Horse, the shit that took down Troy. Okay. You made it up? There's actually a song, LOL, I made that shit up. What are you doing here? First of all, of course there's a song named Lost Horse. You didn't pick like an esoteric combination of words. That's one of life's great stories. People losing their horse. Of course, it's been thousands of years. Someone wrote a song about it. Lost Horse, huh? There's a song called Tale of the Coffee Cow. I'm sure there's a lost horse. Anyway, I guess I'll probably pick God Gamer. That's what I'll probably pick if I had to think about it. Wouldn't tell if to choose a song. I think it's chosen in combination with coach and player. Jack and I were talking about it, but I think God Gamer is the way to go. Why not Icarus? I mean, I guess it could be Icarus, but I think God Gamer is like what you want for a tournament, right? I mean, you got to imagine that, like. I mean, it's just unreal. Let's not spoil it all for the tournament. That's got to be the choice if you really put it down to it. I thought we'd have more time to pick a song, though, to be honest. Do you still have your eardrums after the film? I have many thoughts on the Odyssey that I wanted to talk about today, but I have to decide how spoilerish I'm going to be. Tee hee hee hee. Ho 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 ho. Where will the spoil witch enter the scene? Can you spoil your own story? Everyone says this joke. Everyone's made this joke, but it's still a movie that is an adaptation, and he could do unique things that you could be spoiled on. It's not crazy to say. It's not crazy to say. Okay? It's not absurd to say you could spoil it. So, I mean, honestly, okay, here's one right now. If you've read the poem, the novel, the fucking the Homer's original. By the way, Homer a bit of a hack. I knew him in real life. Homer's a bit of a hack, dude. He got lucky with these two, but honestly, yeah. He's a bit of a dolt. Also loved donuts. Also said dough a lot. Yeah, he's a two-trick Tony for sure. And, wow. Like, if you've read that, you'll know that to escape the Cyclops, Odysseus pulls a little bit of a gamer move, a little bit of a trick, and says that his name is No Man. And then when the Cyclops is angrily shouting about his eye getting burned, he goes, the other Cyclops, there's multiple Cyclops, and they go, who got you? And he's like, no man hurt me. And they're like, oh, then you're fine. And, you know, that's the fucking, it's the prank. It's this devious YouTuber prank that he pulls on him. And then the truth is, in the movie, okay, if you were expecting that, it doesn't happen. So that's a spoiler. I've just spoiled it for you because you now know that the movie is different in that key detail from the book. They don't do any of that. They don't do any of that goofy fun stuff. It's very serious and sordid and gray and focused. So that's a spoiler. I have to understand how much I can spoil to you. Mr. Flurberg, thank you for the prime. Hi, Atrioc, first time chatter, long time sub. Is that true? Let's find out. Mr. Flurberg, you have chatted here 55 times previously, and you are a 4-month sub, which I do appreciate, but I wouldn't call long time when we have Yeti here with 75. Do you know what I'm saying? So your intro is wild, but I do appreciate it. None the same. Thank you for the sub. Wish on Temp, thank you for the tier 1. Painless Siren. Dude, the siren scene was quite interesting. Thank you for the 28 months. I can't believe there's only one IMAX theater in all of Asia. Is that true? How many IMAX theaters in Asia? There's 1,000. You just made that up. Why did I believe you? God, that didn't make any sense. There's 1,000 IMAX screens. How many IMAX 70 in Asia? Let's see. Okay, there's 0. So you're also wrong. There's 0. Thank you for that fact, though. I guess I learned something. You got me to learn something despite you being incorrect. Sailwander, thank you for the prime. Axophir, thank you for the prime. Yeah, we saw it in 70. I saw it in 70 at the Chinese Theater here in Los Angeles. It's the one that has all the handprints and stars out front of it. It was kind of cool. It was kind of fun. The Chinese theater has it, but China doesn't. The irony, wouldn't you say? There's an irony to that. Did your ears not get blown out? No, my ears were fine. And the problem, I mean, listen, I have to clarify this. Let me do this with a brilliant drawing. I will do this with a brilliant drawing, and then you will understand the rest of my review. Because I saw it with Linkus and Maisie double date. It was very fun. They're in town from Texas, and we went to see it. So, this is the scene. Okay. Here is the bar. This is the bar for cinema as it currently exists in the world. This is hell. Okay? The bar is in hell. So when I talk about this movie, I want you to understand that I do think it vastly, it's a good, it's a well-crafted movie. But I do have many criticisms. But I still think compared to like the average slop, it's like a lot of the performances I thought were really good. I thought the cinematography was incredible. I obviously think Nolan is very good at his craft. But like, I found the movie wanting in many respects. Okay? And it's interesting. Okay, ignore my personal review for a second. I think the most interesting part of this movie is that for all the fucking whining about how woke it is, this is one of the most conservative movies I've ever seen. This is like one of the most conservative movies I've ever seen in my life. It basically, at one point, they look into camera and say, like, Western civilization used to be better and it's fallen, but don't worry, we'll bring back the flame. I'm not kidding. Like, they directly stare at you and say it. It's, I'm surprised that the people who were most vocal against this movie probably had a lot to love. Yeah, then they say, we carry the flame, and then they wink, and then a tiny bit of Charlie Kirk song plays. Tiny bit of that song plays in the background. It's like a little wink to the audience from Nolan. It's a little Easter egg. So I thought that was interesting. Of all the things that people online were complaining about, I found none of them to be a problem, save for one thing. You're not going to guess what it is. You're going to think it's something that everyone else is mad about. The thing I was most off-put by was Agamemnon's fucking Darth Vader Giga Chad suit. I mean, come on. I can't. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. This thing, dude. This shit is unreal. Give me a full-size photo. Dude, you can't even get full-size photos in this day. This shit is so insane. I guess it's annoying. Not annoying, but it's not annoying. What's funny is I love the movie Troy. I do love it. This movie's probably as a craft better. I still love Troy more. It's better stuff in my heart better. But in Troy, obviously, Agamemnon is a fat swine. He's a greedy king for whom those around him are much more noble and fulfill his lustful goal of conquering Troy. You sack of wine. And in this movie, he's a looksmaxer who's 2 feet taller than everyone else. It's just funny to imagine a king also being the strongest warrior with the strongest chin. It's so... He also like barely speaks and just juts his chin out. And it's so crazy. It's so wild. He did do a lot of aura farming. That's mainly his role in the movie, was to aura farm. I'm glad they put me in the movie. Please look up the actor who plays him. Who's the actor? What's his name? Who plays Agamemnon in the Odyssey? Benny Safdie. Why does that name sound familiar? Benny Safdie. He directed Uncut Gems? Wow. He directed, more importantly, or I don't know if he directed it, but he's in Happy Gilmore 2. Holy. Now that's credits, dude. He was also Bowser Jr. Okay. Well, dude, it's crazy. This is the same person. Like this guy and then this. Holy. The chin is unreal. It's a little bit of bone smashing will get you there. They're right. Look smashing where he mewed and he bone smashed and now he's a king. So next time you're on a date, first date, show up with a GigaChat helmet like this, and you might be aura farming. Live life randomly. Think of it at 12 months. As a LS Spotify listener, I couldn't tell who was who today. You said it would be on screen. Oh, yeah. I think we ended up not putting it on screen because we thought it'd be funnier. But I guess I don't know. Axophir, think of it the 5 months. Chris Aaron, think of it the 53. Salawander. Painless Siren, think of the 28. Wish on 10. Okay, thank you. The pig scene was crazy. Dude, Maisie was like not able to look at the screen during the pig scene. Okay, minor spoilers, I guess. I mean, this happens in the epic, but some of Odysseus's men, you know, they go on shore and they ask for food from this old lady. And she goes, "Oh, I've got food for you. Just take off all your armor and weapons." And they go, "Okay, we're hungry." And then she feeds them so much and they eat like gluttons. And then she turns them into pigs. And boy, do they really lean into the body horror. Like it's very, very graphic body horror of like her like shoving their faces and watching the bones stretch and crack and turn into fucking pigs. And it was quite painful looking. But honestly, I have no problem with that. I thought, listen, none of part of the craft of the movie I disliked. I thought the craft of the movie was actually quite epic. Yeah, I just thought well, I'll tell you one thing. When you watch this movie through the lens of Odysseus is kind of a dumb guy, you start to like not like him because you realize that almost in every situation, he's like not making good choices. He's like really good at fighting, but he's like not smart. But everyone talks about him. I think that would be fine with me if they didn't talk about him like he's the world's smartest man. Maybe it's an idiocracy thing where he's like not that smart, but everyone else is dumber. I guess that's possible. But he's not quite very intelligent in his plans. compared to everyone else in the movie, eats the cows, he's smart. Dude, it's so wild because actually, when you're watching the movie, they make it out to be like this horrible moral failing that they ate the cows, but you guys would eat the cows too. You're starving. It's like, it's ridiculous. They sit there until they literally have no food and their only options are to starve, and then they eat the cow. You would absolutely eat the cows. He tells them though? Yeah, I know he tells them. It's not the point. The point is that it's like they're presented with options. It's like a parable of greed. They are on the island for a long time. They have no food. The point is you can defy the gods. All right, one thing I gotta say before I continue. If I have to be told what the point is by some fucking college student or a college dropout or someone who writes on fucking, I'm gonna lose my mind, okay? I already read the extremely, extremely well-written review by the actual, what was the translator? She did the adaptation of the Odyssey, who kind of pointed out all the horrendous adaptation flaws. The review was very good. Okay, I read Emily Wilson's. I'm aware, dude. I'm fucking aware. I do not need to be told. But well, here's the problem. The problem with this movie, I think, is not that there's too deep of meaning. It's that it's too surface level. It's too spelled out. I don't know if he has to do that because it's a big budget blockbuster, but I wish it was a little more. You work for a little more. I wish it was. That's every Nolan movie. No, I thought. I mean, maybe Oppenheimer. Yeah, that's like beat you over the head with it. But you still aren't getting the right takeaways. That carrot, please enlighten the fucking class what the right takeaways are. You fucking insufferable online film nerd idiot. Please, write it out. My God, how do people like you exist? It's so frustrating. Oh, let's write it out, bro. Let's all talk about it. It's, my God, dude. I feel like Nolan's best movies when he caught his brother. Nolan's best movies, I just think, okay, if you were to do a Nolan tier list, how do I find a Nolan tier list? I think his best movies. Can I remix this list? Yeah. Nolan tier list would have. Here, I'll even make it before I show you. It would be the only thing you guys might disagree with me on is this. But I think otherwise, I've got a GOAT list. Yeah. Yeah. This would be my list. And I think it's very. The only thing I would maybe change. Yeah, okay, here's the list. This is the list. This is my Nolan list. And where would I put the Odyssey? What an interesting conundrum. Where would I put the Odyssey? So let me tell you what I liked about it. I thought Anne Hathaway's performance was incredible. I thought Robert Pattinson's performance was incredible. He genuinely brought something to this sniveling, cowardly, not sniveling, like an artful coward. Yeah, he was good. I thought he was great. I thought Robert Pattinson, every time he's on screen, is demanding the eye. He was great. Tom Holland, I don't know if he's hated or whatever. I thought overhated, if so. I thought Tom Holland was maybe even good. Fine to good. I watched the whole movie and I did not think of him as Spider-Man, which is a huge accomplishment. I thought it was you had to do the dialogue you're given and the role you're given. I think he did solid. I thought he did solid. I wanted to dislike him more because I saw the clip of him getting outacted by Anne Hathaway and I thought I would think he was bad, but he was fine. I thought, if you know the epic, I think Odysseus, the original Homer character, is more of a charmer. He's got more of a, dare I say, whimsy to him, a little bit more of a, he's crafty. He builds things. He's witty. And Matt Damon is like this grim, dark, bleak Odysseus who is not very tricky or guy. And he's actually pretty stupid. Like repeatedly. He's like really repeatedly kind of stupid. He doesn't have a lot of cunning. So, there's something to that. Stoic? Yeah, you could say he's stoic. Sure, you could say he's stoic. Matt Damon is not stupid. As a person, I mean, he's done pretty well for himself. He did do that crypto commercial. Fortune favors the bold. That was kind of stupid. But as a character, he's kind of stupid. He has wit in the book and they removed all the parts where he shows off his wit in the movie. Oh yeah, they did. They totally removed it. The point is when the dad leaves for milk and cigs, he might come back though. Do you think Christopher Nolan's dad left for milk and cigs a long time ago and he made this movie as a desperate plea to hope that he comes back? That's kind of beast. That's kind of beast. Is Homer not going to sue Nolan? I don't think so. I think Homer's very anti-litigious. The constant cuts at the start of the movie is a bit jarring. I don't know. Listen, for me, the movie really, 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 really picked up in my enjoyment and quality when it gets back to Ithaca. I thought all the Ithaca characters were very interesting. I think when he finally returns home, it's like there's a lot of stakes. It's very interesting. The first half of the movie felt like it's very well made, but it did feel a bit like the movies that you see when you're in the beginning of a theme park. It's just like different CGI spectacle. It's CGI spectacle, CGI spectacle, CGI spectacle. It's like they know all these things are gonna happen and they do it. And then there's actual like stakes and motivation when you get back to the modern day. There's no CGI? Really? They built the Cyclops with their bare hands? Charbitus was all real? Back to the boat was my favorite line. Back to the boat. Yeah. They turned those guys into pigs for real? Actually, that was practical, though. That was pretty sick. What about the wooden horse? Do you know if that was actually real? Dude, oh my God. Watching the wooden horse scene, the way they depicted it in this movie, it's the dumbest plan of all time. Dude, not even having fucking wheels is crazy. It is the dumbest plan of all time. And that's why they call him the world's smartest man in universe. It's insane. The 99.9 times out of 100 that happens in real life, everybody inside is murdered. Everybody inside would die 100% of the time in real life. Dude, it's literally like 100 men in a fucking hastily built wooden horse on the beach that is dragged along the floor. At any point, if any one person hears that, and by the way, they stab holes in it, so you can literally see shadows moving in there. It's insane. It's insane, dude. It is, bro, they give me a 3,000 euro legend. Yeah, but when they did it in the movie Troy, they made it somewhat believable. But the way they did it in this movie, it's not believable at all. Bro was just mad he didn't think of it. Dude, I said a cow. I was there. I said, what if we build a giant wooden cow? And then Odysseus said horse, but louder, and he got all the credit. That's what Elliot Page's character was for Sarah ran away. Do you what do you think that I'm saying that? What do you think I'm saying? I'm saying they would hear and see dozens of men inside a horse. I'm not saying the Trojans didn't think someone told them no one was there. It could have been a couple insiders that got bribed in real life. The horse in Troy looked like shit. Bro, it's just a movie. Yeah, I don't think it was a documentary. They would smell the horse. What? The dude's drowning would have screamed. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, the idea is in real life, if you built anything out of that wood with a bunch of people in it, you could tell. You could tell. Of course, you could tell that someone's in it. Especially if they're gonna drag it. In real life, they're on Cyclops either. Bro, are you fucking stupid? I'm gonna crash out. Yeah, of course. We're talking about making the reality of the movie make sense. Of course, there could be grand, crazy things, but the fucking physics of the movie have to make sense. Otherwise, there's no point in anything. You can use that argument for any movie with anything fantastical. God, this is such a stupid fucking line of thought. This gives the director an out on every single idea and everything. Oh, you're fucking rage baiting, bro. You're fucking rage baiting. Okay? McCreary, thank you for the 11 months. Did you see the classes who did the translation? Yeah, I talked about the review. I thought the review was really good. I thought it made a lot of points. I thought it made a lot of good points, to be honest. I have a more positive opinion on it than she does, but I thought it made good points. But the reason I have a more positive opinion is because I think most movies are slop, and this movie was not slop. I thought it was well crafted. I just think it's like, I don't know. It's almost like a waste. It's almost like a waste. It's okay, but I put it at Dunkirk level. Yeah, if I honestly was looking back at this chart, I'd probably put it here. Maybe bottom of A. I like it more than Batman Begins. I like it more than Batman Begins, but like I don't like it nearly as much as any of these five, probably. I probably like it more than Oppenheimer, but I don't know if it's better than Oppenheimer. The Odyssey sort of reminded me of Obsession. In what way did that movie remind you of Obsession? Travis Scott, what do you think? Dude, I don't get what the big deal is. It's insane how much hype was around Travis Scott and Elliot Page. They have like 3 minutes of combined screen time in a 3-hour movie. It's barely in there. It was all over. Dude, it was like so non-essential. Who was Travis Scott in the movie? He's the bard in the very opening scene. And then he has like one other scene where he says 3 lines, and that's it. That's the whole sum of his screen time. I thought it was better than Oppenheimer, but honestly, could be recency bias. The Prestige is one of the best ones he made. I mean, I just think The Prestige was 100,000 times better than this movie. So it's hard for me to give it like a top tier grade. The movie had like 1900s dialogue for a 1000 BC story. That didn't bother me so much. It's just an adaptation. I think like you're already doing that on some level by doing it in fucking English for modern audiences, you know? Like, so if you're not going to fully commit and make it like, then it's fine. I just think it's like more of, what do you want more of? Mm. Mm. The lack of god and goddesses did bother me in a way. Should have put more mythology like Zeus and Poseidon. I guess they were there basically. I mean, it was like it wasn't like you know, Game of Thrones where they sort of like play with it a little bit. It's like kind of hidden. It was like directly, you do this and the god punish you instantly. They're definitely real. It happens. uh so it wasn't like but you didn't have Liam Neeson as Zeus if that's what you wanted. Um they were in it too literally, then it come across as tacky. Yeah, I mean, I sort of agree. But it, yeah, I don't know. I think that's what it was. I think the first half felt a little Clash of the Titansy for me, and the second half felt more like a more interesting story about his sacrifice and homecoming and honor and retribution, and yeah, I think that was more interesting. But the dog was the best part. The dog was cute as hell. Damn, that dog felt. I felt bad for that dog. How does Odysseus have honor? He sacrifices men to see his wife. I don't think he sacrifices men, although he basically does through many of his dumb actions. I mean, dude, like they open this whole problem with like all his men, his right hand man being like, "Hey, there's Agamemnon going on the normal trade route. He'll probably get home really fast. Should we just follow him?" And then Odysseus is like, "Nah, take the southerly winds. It'll be beast. Don't worry, we'll get there." Don't worry, we'll probably beat him home, but we'll even have some fun times. And it's like, oh, that didn't work out. And they all die because of that. That choice kills them all. Mm. That's not his fault. That's the writer's fault. What in the fuck are you talking about? I'm so if a character does something dumb, it, it, yes, it's all the writer's fault. I understand. I understand what you're saying. It's not your Oshi. When Anakin Skywalker kills the fucking the women and children of the Sand People, do you go, well, it's not Anakin's fault. The writers made him do that. My Oshi Anakin is a good man, but they was forced to by the script. I see. Fucking George Lucas. If Odysseus had followed Agamemnon, there wouldn't have been enough supplies along the route for all of them. It was literally the most popular trade route, they said. They don't say that in the movie, by the way. You just made that up. He says exactly why. He says exactly why he's going on the southerly winds. Homer said it in the director's cut. That's beast. And by the way, the first thing to do is run out of supplies and then plunder from somebody. Yeah. Do you think if I say a lot of good things about the Odyssey, Anne Hathaway would marry me? Well, I think one of the undisputed good things about the Odyssey is her performance, which I thought was really, really good. I thought she brought a lot of gravitas to this character, and made the scenes of her back home more interesting. I thought it was good. I do think the idea of Odysseus being in a 10-year war and then inventing the Troy sacking machine and then getting in the Troy sacking machine and then making surprise Pikachu face when Troy gets sacked is a little like, I never thought, I never imagined. The important part is violating Zeus's law. Oh, really? You were one of the extremely dedicated artisans who picked up that subtle fact. You clued on that? That's incredibly impressive. Because they almost barely ever mention it. They keep it really, really low key, this theme of Zeus's law. And so the fact that you picked that up, I think, was actually really incredible. It's a cinephile. Be quiet for a second. Anyway, I would recommend seeing the movie. I would recommend seeing the movie, and I would recommend seeing the movie. Certainly one of the better movies I've seen recently, but it's not my favorite. Call that haterade and you recommend it? Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I think it's way above the average slot movie. I just think like it's just not, it's not like Nolan's best. And I do think it's like a lot of wasted opportunity for what is incredible source material. You're gonna see Spider-Man though? Yeah, I will also see Spider-Man. We'll do a Tom Holland double feature because Linkus and Maisie are in town. They love Tom Holland. Linkus kind of looks like him. It's not up there with Pokemon the movie 2000, I'll tell you that. Better or worse than Destiny Deoxys? Damn, I've seen 2 peak movies back to back. I'd pay to see a Christopher Nolan Pokemon movie. That would be beast. That would be beast. It would probably be about some guy who invents Mewtwo and then is really troubled by what he's done. And he's like got to go on a redemption / revenge situation. Um, I think if John Barenthal were in Destiny, I think if they got that, they got Benny Safdie, Giga Chad mogging as the Oxys in the suit, that would have been. Did you see the new Resident Evil trailer? There's a new Resident Evil trailer? What? Resident Evil trailer. 6 days ago? Wait, Zach Kreger's making it? Of the whitest kids you know? That's awesome. I thought Barbarian was really good. Let me check this out. Yeah, it looks interesting. Looks very interesting. She said it. Chills. I didn't see like a femme fatale, like take 2 blades and spin around and kill 40 things. So I'm not sure if it's going to be the Resident Evil for me. But I think it actually looks generally good. What'd you think of the other mommy trailer? I thought Jessica Chastain must need the money. That's what I thought, bro. I saw that movie and I was like, damn, she's probably want to buy a beach house or something. Because she's done some like really good work. I'm surprised she's doing the other mommy, but what, it could be good. I have no idea. Other Mother's a better title. I mean, it's like Coraline. Have you seen the new Clayface trailer? No, I have not. What did I see? What was any other trailers that I liked in that movie? I don't think so. There wasn't that many, to be honest. They're legit milking the Odyssey IP. They should do more Odyssey. They should do an expanded Odyssey universe. I want to watch Tom Holland lead Ithaca. Oh, they did show the Dune prologue, which looked good. If somewhat depressing. But it did look good. Clayface trailer looks amazing. Let's see. Clayface trailer. Is this like Clayface Batman? Or are they just doing a different thing called Clayface? Okay, let's see. Is this going to be a Batman villain movie with no Batman? It's just going to be Clayface and he runs amok? Yeah, I guess it's like Joker. But what's funny about the Joker movie, and this might be similar, was that it was Todd Howard, right? I think he said like he just wanted to make a movie about this like depressed insane person, and he threw the Joker name on there to get it funded. Yeah, he wanted to copy Taxi Driver. He had a movie he wanted to make, and he had no interest in Batman. And I wonder if this is like similar to that. This will be a musical like Joker. That would be a twist. That's one of the Irie trailer felt like as well. Yeah, maybe. But the thing about Resident Evil, well, I guess you're right. Like, if you wanted to do Resident Evil, that should have Leon Kennedy or someone in it. But I think, I think that could still be good. I think it's hard to do like video game characters without being corny. This is harder. You could do it, but it's harder. But I think Raccoon City and the downfall is very interesting, and you could do that pretty well with your own take on it. I always thought the most interesting part. I mean, I loved the first. It's like a really old movie now, and it wasn't that good of a movie to be real, but I loved it. It was the first Resident Evil movie because I always thought one of the interesting parts of the Resident Evil story is fucking Umbrella, and they spent a lot of time with them about Umbrella, and their. I thought that was just interesting. I think this corporation and the power they have and the insider downfall and I think it's great. Did you watch Underworld in high school? Is that the one with there was like a trend in the 2000s of like what do you call it? Like a bodysuit, a latex bodysuit on some like hot woman action hero who would kill people. And they did a bunch of movies like this. And I think Underworld was one of them, and Resident Evil was one of them, and Aeon Flux was one of them, and Kill Bill was one of them, and Ultraviolet was one of them, and yeah, The Matrix probably kicked it off. Medea? I don't think Medea was one of them. I'm not sure if Medea was one of them. I love obviously Kill Bill's great. I mean, it's just a bad movie straight up, but I did like the first Tomb Raider as a kid. I thought Angelina Jolie was attractive. I thought the movie was interesting. I also think was the first one or the second one has Sean Bean as the villain. I think any movie that adds Sean Bean as the villain goes up 2 points out of 10. Like pretty much guaranteed. I think Sean Bean brings so much to a villain role. National Treasure, for example, he kills it. Goldeneye, for example, he kills it. Equilibrium. Wait, these are all examples of Sean Bean doing exactly what I said. Yeah, 100%. Lord of the Rings? Yeah, is he a villain? He's a tragic figure, but they do make him seem somewhat heroic by his death. He's a redeemed character, to be sure. That's why he likes Troy. He's not a villain in Troy. In Troy, he's Odysseus. I think he's a better Odysseus than Matt Damon. He's got a little bit of he's got more of that charm and intelligence to him, wit and guile. Although he does invent the Trojan horse because they're just sitting there outside the wall and he's like, well, I'm stumped. And then he sees a toy horse. And then it flash jump cuts to them building a giant wooden horse, which is a funny way to do it. Percy Jackson movies were some hot ass. I never watched them. I don't know the Percy Jackson lore. Do you think Dune 3 will be the sci-fi Return of the King? I don't know what Dune 3 will be. It looked like a very, very gritty movie about drone warfare based on the clip I saw. It looked like, dude, watching the Dune 3 trailer, I don't know if you saw it. It felt like, to me, a horrific example of how useless humans are in modern mechanized warfare. That's what it felt like. Like we're only inches from what this fictional reality has become. I thought it was a pretty good trailer, honestly. I thought it had like parallels to IRL. Um, and like the footage you might see out of fucking Ukraine. So Russia, Ukraine were movified? Yeah, in a way, yeah. Parallel to IRL is a crazy bar. Yeah, that's bars, baby. Percy Jackson is the Gen Z equivalent of Harry Potter. Probably, right? Something like that. What about any Gen Zers love Pendragon? You guys fuck with Pendragon or no? Pendragon kind of rules. Pendragon D's nuts. I'm not setting you up. Try but couldn't finish the book. I mean, I wouldn't probably enjoy it so much now, but I liked it. I've never heard anyone else say that series so good. Yeah, it was peak, dude. I think I've talked about it before, but the Pendragon book where they have the VR world planet and they end the book by saying, yeah, then society just got fucked. Like, you think it's going to be a hero's journey and they beat the villain at the end and like save everybody. And then they go, nah, it's over, bro. Everyone went into VR world and they didn't want to fix anything and everything died. There was some Black Mirror shit. It was like better Ready Player One before Ready Player One. You still like my memories of Henry? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. 100%. 100%. Did you see IMAX? I saw IMAX 70 millimeter. I did. I saw the intended cinematic experience. I enjoyed the light and the sound, and yeah, and just was whelmed. I wouldn't say underwhelmed. I wouldn't say overwhelmed. I would just say whelmed by the, I don't know, like the themes or the. I wish he had more to say. Honestly, is what I thought. I wish he had more to say. That's my big takeaway. I feel like it. Yeah. Yes, sterile almost. That's the word. I just, how do I put this? I don't know. This is a feeling that's very commonly shared, so it's tough to get it across. It's like maybe you've ever watched the movie Iron Man 3. I remember watching Iron Man 3 and the part of the movie where it's the last 50 minutes of the movie and there's just like a million CGI robots fighting. And I just felt myself thinking like, okay, can we get to something interesting? And it's not as bad as that, but it still felt so um like that. I just not a whole movie, but a big part of the movie felt like a lot of that. Felt like a little bit of box checking to have a scene, but what's the purpose of it? What are you trying to um mm, have you seen Good Will Hunting? Yeah, I love Good Will Hunting. Great movie. Mm, mm. It was predictable if you knew the story. It's not about the story, bro. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe this is a Zoomer thing. Maybe I'm not. But there's an obsession with just the beat by beat of the plot. I'm saying like, what was your what? There's so many things you could talk about. So many themes you could talk about. So many things you could walk away and have someone feel something. What was your goal? Uh, and I felt like a lot of the journey doesn't do that scene to scene. Um, it felt more empty than I think it could be. It's like like the original, whatever, the Homerian epic. has a lot to say about a lot of things. I wish his brother wrote with him still. Christopher Nolan's a good director, but his brother's a great writer. Did his brother write Prestige? I think Prestige had a lot to say. A lot to say. You know Memento? Oh yeah, his brother's goated then. His brother's goated. Memento, incredible. Do you know about his hitman brother named Oppenheimer? No, I don't know about that. Ever watch Old Boy? Yeah, I love Old Boy. Old Boy fucks, dude. Old Boy's great. Did you watch No Other Choice? Yes. No Other Choice is the Korean film about a guy that can't find a job, so he starts killing all the other job applicants. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. What's your take on Training Day? Are you just baiting me now? Interstellar was the last movie his brother Jonathan wrote. Yeah, I mean, it seems like his brother was a big part of like adding a little bit of an extra wrinkle to the movie, you know? So it's not, I don't know. So it feels like there's some depth. I'm not probably verbalizing this as well as I could, but it just felt a little too straightforward. And why are you so far to the right? I like to put my cam where I am politically, so let me go as far as I can over here. Is bad with subtext, that's why. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, it's just like he's so good visually and so good sonically and so good at the spectacle, but when what it's servicing isn't enough of a meal for me, sometimes it feels like a theme park ride and not a movie. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to get across. That's what I'm trying to sum it all up. When the gap between how great it looks and sounds and like the amount you can chew on with what they're trying to say, I feel like I'm sitting in a, yeah. That's what I can get across. It's not as bad as like a Michael Bay, right? Michael Bay is like the biggest gap of all time. But I think Nolan's best movies are because of something more than the visuals. You know? I think, like, for example, like fucking Tenet is one of his worst movies because the actual like characters and what it has to say is not very memorable, but he just really liked to do the fucking cool visual effects and the time stuff. He was obsessed with that. That's what he liked. He wanted to do that, and we got a movie out of it. Favorite Damon flick? Ooh, Rounders is my favorite Damon flick. The one where he's a poker hustler. I love Rounders. But my second favorite Damon flick is the Firstborn movie. The one where he has the field fight with the professor. That's an incredible scene. Do you think you're going to stop 9/11? Do you think that Matt Damon is Mark Wahlberg? Are you mixing up your generic white Hollywood action heroes? But to be clear, Matt Damon could have stopped 9/11. Unlike Mark. Bostonites, we bought a zoo. Are you seeing Spider-Man this week? I'm seeing Spider-Man tomorrow, actually. I'm doing a fucking double feature, bro, with Linkus and Maisie. I'm excited for that too. I think that is the Spider-Man movies have been fun. They're fun. And it's like expectations are a little different. I think it'll be a fun movie. It's almost the same cast too. It's almost the same cast. What's the best Spider movie? Oh, of all time? Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man movie. Come on. There's like a million memes from that movie to this day. It's so many iconic scenes. Spider-Man 2 rips. Spider-Verse? I mean, I like Spider-Man 2 more than Spider-Verse, but I could understand why someone would say differently. That wouldn't be a crazy opinion. I wouldn't attack you for that. But I think Spider-Man 2 is... I think Spider-Man 2 is like one of my GOAT superhero movies of all time. I think it's like the peak of what a superhero movie should be in terms of size and stakes and villains, and it's great. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was... yeah, I think Spider-Man 2 and The Dark Knight probably are top two. Mystery Men? I love Mystery Men, dude. I love Mystery Men. I am the waffler. Golden crispy. Bad guys are history. Contagion? Dude, Matt Damon releasing Contagion like what? Right before a global pandemic? When did Contagion come out? Or at least predicting exactly what happened with COVID? 2011, I'm sorry. It came out 10 years before, but crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. A respiratory virus that turns into a worldwide pandemic and the introduction of a vaccine to halt its spread? Do you think Matt Damon planned it to help promote his movie? Matt Damon's best movie is The Great Wall. I think Matt Damon's accountant thinks that. I heard he got paid for that movie. Did you see Ludwig and Road to Empress 2? No, I haven't watched it yet. Where's the clip? I gotta see Ludwig and Road to Empress, bro. Is this it? Let's see. Ludwig's scene in Road to Empress 2. All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Check it out. This could be funny.
福邻国王子远道而来，想为陛下献上贺礼，陛下可要宣他拜见。
宣。
宣福邻国王子进殿。
Bro, the way.
在下福邻国王子，拜见陛下。
你不远千里从西方来到五洲，辛苦了。
陛下，这块红祖母绿是我福邻国最为稀有的宝物，在我们心中，红祖母绿象征着永恒的生命力和不衰的勇气。唯有女皇栽培的盛大。
有心了，朕很喜欢。
Damn.
得陛下喜欢是福邻国的勇气，在下仰慕五洲风。
Bro, he does have kind of an XQC thing going on.
华主义，以及在古言汉语，若受能得女皇评价。
This is the kind of acting I wanted in the Odyssey, bro. This is what I'm saying it was missing. It was just missing a little bit of that extra, like you could tell that he really, really, really is emotional and passionate. Not just reading off a teleprompter, but really in the moment. He cares. That's what I think.
1、2，便是在下 谁达得荣光？
去向婉儿请教吧，朕还有要事。
是，陛下。
I see. Off the dome? I mean, he's fluent, bro. That guy knows Chinese better than Xi Jinping. I think it should have been done with a fully English-speaking cast doing ADR in poorly spoken Greek. Yeah, it should have been Matt Damon, like, looking at the camera and speaking ancient Greek in, like, a lot of jump cut broken lines. That would be a fucking good Odyssey movie, bro. That way you'd really get it. What up, King? I was curious if I could get your thoughts on early access games coming out with paid DLC before they finish the game. I mean, my thoughts are I don't like it, but I assume some devs do it because they need to get over the fucking finish line and make some money. I assume, but for big AAA studios, it's pretty black. What I would guess, I don't know. All gamer stuff like this is annoying to talk about because the solution is for people not to do it, but everyone does it. And the solution is for people not to buy it. Like the true honest solution, and we all on our heart of hearts know, is for people to not buy it, but then they do buy it. So we have to all go through this song and dance of like complaining about it to try and like convince other people not to buy it, but just don't buy it. Where's the Modern Warfare screenshot? Yeah, it like says it all. That's the problem. Did you like Travis Scott's role? I did. I swear to God, I don't know why it's such a big deal for people. I'm being for real. It is so minor that it's crazy. It's so insanely minor. You could blink, and it's just incredibly short. It's more. Ludwig has more lines in that clip than Travis Scott in the movie, and I'm being unironic. Okay? It's fine. He's literally just says like 4 lines and hits his staff on the table. You have to listen to Travis Scott's full discography to fully understand his role. There's a real subtlety to the fucking Do you think Travis Scott earned an Oscar for it? Yeah, definitely. Definitely the Oscar is a pretty short list now between Travis Scott and to the Cyclops. Those are the big two. Travis Scott and Ludwig. Yeah. It's basically Travis Scott and Ludwig, actually. Cyberpunk versus Matrix has more lines. Yeezus Day with the Prime. I remember seeing this movie with Jet Li called The One. I don't know if anyone knows this movie. It's pretty old at this point. Jet Li, The One. I haven't seen this movie since 2001, so I don't know if it's good or not. I liked it at the time. But what's funny about this movie is like I think there's like 100 words spoken in the whole movie. Like I remember thinking like, damn, this shit really just kung fu, huh? Like they just go scene to scene and fight, and they don't not any talking. But like for a movie like that, it's like it kind of rips. Because you're watching a Jet Li movie called The One, not to, that's what you want. You want to fight. They ever make a 2? The 2? No, I don't think so. Shadow of the Colossus movie would go dummy hard. It could go dummy hard. Yeah, for sure. I remember watching Dunkirk and halfway through saying, would this be different if it was a silent film? Not by much. It's an interesting point. Not by much. It's a very, very visual film. I think it kind of works for Dunkirk, though. But I'm a person that likes dialogue. Of a personal preference, I like dialogue. On the whole, there's some movies that do without it, but on the whole, I like movies that have a lot of dialogue. I like a lot of character interactions. I like learning more about them and how they play off each other and how different situations put them in different spots and how I like that. I like the interplay of human beings through dialogue. Dialogue slot movies. I like 12 Angry Men. Okay, I like My Dinner with Andre. Okay, I like I over like Aaron Sorkin movies because they have dialogues. I like Coen Brothers movies, sure. How money works, Lawyer Wiley Cody? Dude, isn't that crazy? I have, this is just a weird coincidence, I guess. But I said the stock market is like Wile E. Coyote frames coming off a cliff, and then the next day he uploaded a video doing that. That was wild. You should watch Vanya on 42nd Street. Maybe I will. Have you both never been in the same room as the Fight Club? Dude, it would be such a fucking hilarious mic drop if I revealed that I was How Money Works and I was running another YouTube channel the whole time. But I promise you that I'm not. But it would be so fucking dope to make the video, then react to it on my own channel, and then get paid for both. That shit would be so beast. That would be so beast. You should watch the new Count of Monte Cristo adaptation. I like Count of Monte Cristo too. Do you think you go back to the freelancer challenge after you're done with Pokemon? Maybe. I mean, I still have to do Plants vs. Zombies. That's my next thing I got to do is PVZ for Squeaks, for Squeener. I got to do Plants vs. Zombies. Pokemon is not over until the 2nd. I'll probably do some more Pokemon in some form afterwards, but I'm still like locked in on Pokemon until the 2nd, when there's the big finale, which will be really fun. I'm genuinely looking forward to meeting Jackie in person and having a good time. And then, I know you mean the mobile PVZ, but I'm playing the first PVZ. I don't know what it's called. I'm playing the original Plants vs. Zombies. What do you stand to gain? Nothing. He's not giving me anything. I give subs if I die, but I'm just going to show that I will gift very few subs. Maybe I'll be dumb as fuck and die once, or at worst twice. But it's just fun to chat and play PVZ anyway. And then what else? What else is happening? Now that all your teams are formed, who's your biggest competition? I don't know. Everyone's got some good Pokemon. We'll see. It'll be fun. You need Unk music for the tourney? Dude, we're going to do God Gamer. But I did want to, I thought it'd be more fun to think through some options for music. But now that I realize it's just God Gamer, it's like there's no other point. No song will be better than that. A Pokemon typing boss music would also be good. Maybe if they want lyricless. Are you walking out on the drop? They haven't given me that level of deep detail. Pokemon typing boss music. Like, that just fucking rips. But I think God Gamer's just got more emotional oomph.
Oh, good. Another
for history. When I wanted to watch this video, it's called The Math Behind the Unluckiest Moments in All of Pokemon. And it's got 1.6 million views. And I thought it sounds interesting. So I wanted to watch it.
Okay. No way! No way!
Zapdos!
What you just watched is a clip of a Pokemon challenge called Kaizo Ironmon. Basically, all you need to know is that the game is really randomized, so whatever comes up on the starter table is completely random. So what are the odds that all 3 legendary birds showed up on the table? Is it 1 over all the options cubed? Or is it more complex than that? Wait, furthermore, what's the unluckiest moment in Pokemon gameplay history? Is it the Cybertron Will-O-Wisp misses, or maybe a bad critical hit in a speedrun? What about the luckiest moment? In this video, I'm going to show you the most unbelievable clips that you have never seen. And along the way, we're going to learn a little bit about the math behind them, and who knows, you might just walk away with a little bit of knowledge about probability theory.
Hey,
Scary,
what are the odds that you
I
check every single item in the whole fucking game and you don't get a single fairy TM in a randomizer? Tell me the odds on that.
have uncovered some of the most unreal clips in not just Pokemon history, but like all of speedrunning history too. Buckle up, kids. You're about to hear people say, "No way!" a lot, and probably a fair few expletives.
No
Here we go!
way!
Whether it's encountering a shiny Pokemon or just having something break out of a Pokeball, these games thrive on random chance. Let's start simple. Let's say you're playing Pokemon Emerald and you chose Mudkip as your starter. First of all, good job.
Okay.
Let's say we have a square whose total area is 1. Now let's break that square up into 100 smaller squares.
Sure.
So each of those tiny squares have an area of 0.01 since they're 1/100th of the total area.
That makes sense.
Now imagine that each one of those tiny 100 squares represents one of the possible outcomes when we select Tackle in battle. 5 of those squares represent the possible misses. The other 95 squares then must mean that's when Tackle hits.
Okay.
This is called a probability space, where the area of a shape represents the outcomes possible in a situation.
I like it.
So the total area of the
Visualizing
square
it.
is all possible outcomes. 1. The area of our 5 misses added together is 0.05, which is the same thing as 1 in 20.
Yep.
You can also represent this in your mind as sort of 1/20th of the square is shaded in.
You can think of the
Sure.
square, or really any
5%.
probability space, as being like a dartboard. If you had an equal chance to hit any point on the square when you throw your dart, neglecting the edges and the boundaries between the squares, then each time you throw a dart is
It either hits or it doesn't, so it's 50-50. Fucking true. You'd be a great poker player. All in every hand. Either I win or I lose. 50-50. Coin flip. Bada bing, bada boom.
like clicking Tackle in battle. About 1 in 20 of your darts are going to hit the red squares, which is the same as clicking Tackle and having it miss.
But wait, 0.05, 5%. These numbers seem related. Nice work, dear viewer. You've nailed it. I'm about to blow your damn mind. Let's take the word percent. We have per for 4, and cent from the Latin word centum, which means 100. So literally the word percent means basically for every 100.
Holy
Probabilities, when used like our 0.05 value, are used
There's more Latin in this YouTube video than in the Odyssey.
as a ratio out of 1, where 1 represents all the possible outcomes, like our big square from earlier. But
Okay.
decimals are like kind of hard for humans to visualize. It's not a very easy number to work with in the
Marketplace of ideas.
we multiply them by 100. This is the same thing as just moving the decimal 2 places to the right. That's going to be our little cheat code for converting probabilities to percentages.
Okay.
Oftentimes, the most useful way to use probabilities is to find out the odds of 2 or more subsequent events happening. So instead of just missing tackle once, maybe we miss it twice in a row.
Yep.
The way to calculate your new probability
He's
is to
setting things up.
multiply the
Listen, I
odds
get it.
of
I
each
get it. He's
individual
setting things
event
up.
together. Since we've converted probabilities to percentages by multiplying by 100, we can't use percentages very easily for math on multiple subsequent events. Because if I multiply 5% for the first tackle miss by 5% for the second tackle miss, that gives me 25%, which doesn't really make sense. How can it be more likely to miss twice in a row than to miss once in a row? So if we want to do math on multiple subsequent events happening, we have to either use the ratio or the probability. Let's use the ratio. 1 in 20 times 1 in 20, or 1 in 20 squared. That square distributes in to both numbers in the fraction. 1 squared is 1, and 20 squared is 400. That means our new odds are 1 in 400.
Unlikely.
If we make a new big square with 400 tiny squares, we only shade in one of them for the likelihood that we miss both tackles in a row. All the other squares represent other different outcomes. We have, for example, the outcomes where we miss the first tackle but hit the second one. That's a few more. Then we have hitting the first tackle but missing the second one. That's a few more. And then the vast majority of outcomes where we hit both tackles.
I'm caught up now.
Okay, now that you've got a primer for how I'm going to discuss these clips and sort of how the math works behind them, let's watch an unlucky clip and a lucky clip to set the baseline.
This feels like a math teacher like tried to trick students by putting Pokemon in. Like it's like the medicine with the sugar. We're gonna get to the Pokemon, don't worry. But first we have to learn about linear algebra. I'm gonna teach you y equals mx plus b, so that you can learn about how you can catch.
Oh boy,
Pikachu.
howdy are there. Ooh, double miss. Double miss. I lose. This game.
Corvame is a speedrunner who primarily enjoys speedrunning the 3DS Pokemon titles.
Okay.
She says they are good and or fun.
Okay.
I don't know, I don't really get it either. She's doing an alt main speedrun, which basically just means instead of using the thing in the meta that's the fastest, you use a different Pokemon just to sort of switch it up and add a fun, new, interesting route.
Fun.
So in this clip, Maze Drifblim misses Thunder, and then Walrein misses Blizzard, and then Drifblim misses Thunder again, and then Walrein misses Blizzard again, and then Drifblim misses Thunder again, and then Walrein hits Blizzard and May loses. Isn't that wonderful?
An easy way to find out how likely something is to not happen is to do 1 minus the odds of it happening. This works the other way too. Okay, so the moves are all 70% to hit, which is the same thing as 70 over 100, which we can simplify because fractions simplify. So if we divide both of those numbers by 10, we get 7 in 10. Those are our odds that the moves hit. Now, 1 minus 7 in 10, 3 in 10. Those are the odds that any one of these moves can miss, and we have 5 in a row. So remember from the previous section of this video that all we gotta do is multiply 3 in 10 by itself 5 times. And then at the end, of course, we gotta tack on the fact that the Walrein hit Blizzard at the end, which is 70%. This comes out to be about 17 in 10,000, 0.0017. This clip is weird because it's sort of unlucky, but also sort of lucky. I mean, it ends unlucky, but in the grand scheme of things, it was kind of nebulously
it's rare.
both.
Okay. Cool. What about this? Pokeball.
Wow.
Miss.
Wait, I don't understand. The runner Mockwing just had a Caterpie break out of a Pokeball. How unlikely is that? I have Pokemon break out of Pokeballs all the time. Well, dear viewer, while you go on living your little lives, going about your day, doing your chores, just sort of typing away on those little keyboards and clicking away on your
What's wrong with that?
big old mice. Horrible problems for Pokemon speedrunners are solved every day by a terrifying website that looks like it was designed in the 90s. Introducing the Pokemon Catch Rate Calculator.
Okay.
So Mockwing is
You
doing...
want to talk about complicated math? I tried looking up the Pokemon catch rate, and it was like a fucking it was the most complicated formula. I couldn't understand it at all, bro. It was crazy.
The Pokemon Fire Red Elite Four Round 2 speedrun. Basically, they have to capture a bunch of Pokemon in the run to be able to refight the Elite Four at the end of the speedrun. Early game catches are great for this run since they're so likely. In fact, it's usually considered that really early game Pokemon like Pidgey or Caterpie have essentially a 100% catch rate, especially at lower HP values.
Okay.
So what does the almighty catch rate calculator say about this particular breakout? Well, the Caterpie is level 3, we're throwing a Pokeball, and we can estimate its health to be about 25%. The actual HP value might be lower than this, but this is close enough. 99.994% to catch per ball, 0.006% chance for it to break out. That's about 1 in 17,000 just on catching a Caterpie.
You know, when I set out to research this video, I went into a bunch of communities and I specifically asked them, did anybody have any super unlucky or lucky clips? And something really, really interesting.
I want to see like tournament clips.
Almost nobody sent me clips of good things happening to them. This is something psychologists and some probability theorists call negativity bias. Here's my friend Average Trey to explain.
People are just hella lucky if they're not me.
Well, yeah, it's like when something lucky happens to you, it's like, well, I earned this. Wait, this is just because I finally got a lucky break. But if it's negative, it's like it sticks in your brains.
We have a pretty powerful...
Like nobody ever tells fucking poker stories about how lucky they got, how they sucked out on the river and the other guy deserved it. They always tell the one about how, you know, they had the better hand and then the other person...
tendency to more distinctly remember negative events than positive ones. I think this is why it's easier to doom scroll on Twitter for 4 hours and feel terrible than it is to just text your friend and tell them that you love them. It's also why 24-hour news cycles and journalists are constantly harping on you with stories about, like, there's been a murder in your neighborhood. And they're not doing stories like, local man is happy. The first one garners a lot more clicks, gets a lot more butts in seats, and pays a lot more in advertising dollars. I just think it's important to recognize that we oftentimes highlight the really crazy unlucky things that happen to us rather than the myriad of crazy lucky things that happen to us every day. I think if we all just serve to change our perspectives just a little bit, we could all be like a tiny bit happier.
How about
and
that?
Maybe also
like
stop the terrible 24-hour news cycle from ruining our parents' generation.
Maybe.
Anyway, here's some more bad stuff.
Pokemon YouTuber.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, kid there.
What? What?
What? What happened?
What?
What happened?
Pokerus!
This guy's losing it. What happened?
What?
Pokerus. You may have heard of it. It's a pretty unlikely event in Pokemon. Basically, it's about 1 in 21,845. At first glance, this seems exceptionally lucky. After all, Pokerus effectively halves the time it takes to train your Pokemon, right? Isn't that good for a speedrun where you're using one Pokemon the whole time and you want to just obliterate everything? Well, yes and no.
When a Pokemon is infected with Pokerus, it gains twice as many effort values, or EVs, per Pokemon fainted in battle.
Okay.
EVs are a hidden stat, at least until recent installments in the series, that increase a Pokemon's individual stats based on what Pokemon you have defeated in battle.
Okay.
I won't get too into the specifics here. There are plenty of YouTube videos that try to explain EVs, but all you really need to know is that if fainting a Magikarp gives, say, 1 speed EV...
He's not interested in the specifics of Pokemon, only the specifics of the math. Pokemon stuff is kind of like we have to breeze past this to get to more of the math.
If you have Pokerus, you get 2 speed EVs instead. There might be battles where this is advantageous, but for the most part, at the world record level, Pokemon speedruns are routed all the way down to what EVs you get in the run. For example, let's say there's a fight later in the game that requires you to have a certain attack EV in order to have a high enough attack stat so that you can KO a strong Pokemon. If you have Pokerus, you might not have filled up as many attack EVs along the way because you might have doubled up on other EVs like speed or special defense when you didn't want to.
It's like overcalculated.
So was this lucky or unlucky? Well, does his reaction give any clues?
How? How did I get... What? That's crazy!
Maybe you need to see somebody else's reaction. Here's another clip of this happening to my friend Etchy in a Pokemon Platinum speedrun really recently.
Are you serious? I have Pokerus! What the... No, dude. No. This run's now. No.
Okay, I mean, 1 in 21,000 is pretty unlikely, but
Yeah,
plenty of
definitely.
people have seen Pokerus before. You think I'd stop at 1 in 21,000? Come on, do
Let's get crazier. Show me the craziest thing.
There's big numbers coming. Remember that scene in The Social Network where Andrew Garfield's character, Eduardo Saverin, is trying to get into a finals club at Harvard and he eventually pretty much almost gets into the Phoenix? No? Okay, that's just me. What do you think Eduardo's odds even were? Harvard has an undergraduate student body of about 9,000, about half of which
go
are
to the
male,
Pokemon!
and maybe a fourth
I
of
don't
which are
care!
in the year in which you'd be trying to get into a finals club. And maybe half of those male students are even trying. So that leaves us with about 560 students. Even if the Phoenix only took 1 student every year, which is ridiculous, that would mean that your odds of getting in are about 1 in
Watch
506.
P-Shell compilations? Well, now I just have to see.
Those odds are
I have to see what he's building towards.
nothing. We just saw a man with long hair and a beard scream about 1 in 21,000. I know of an even more exclusive club. My club doesn't have 1 in 560 odds. No. My club has odds of 1 in 65,000.
Tell me this isn't about me getting into the Phoenix.
Oh my
No,
God.
Mr. Saverin. This is not about the Phoenix. This is about the back-to-back Gen 1 Miss Club.
Okay. This could be crazy.
In these games, a move's accuracy is stored in memory as a 1-byte integer, so it has possible values of 0 to 255. 1 byte is made up of 8 binary bits. That means base 2 counting. When a move is selected, either by the player or by enemy AI, a random number generator is called to generate a random number. This RNG call is also to a 1-byte integer, so it also has a possible range of values 0 to 255.
Okay.
This is all well and good, but the problem is the function that compares these two. A move in Generation 1 misses if the RNG integer is greater than or equal to the accuracy number. Because the code reads greater than or equal to, if the RNG byte ever rolls the maximum of 255, the function compares the two, finds them equal, and returns that the move should miss. To put it plainly, moves that are intended to never miss under normal circumstances always have a 1 in 256 chance to miss.
That's
We're
interesting.
talking about
I didn't
2
know
Gen
about
1
that.
misses in a row, which is 1 in 256 times 1 in 256. 1 in 65,536.
Okay, that is uniquely rare.
Now, we're talking. Let's watch some clips of this happening to
So just Gen 1's
way
kind
too
of a
many
sloppy.
people.
Okay.
Wow, I got the 4th turn thrash and then I Gen 1 missed it.
I did it twice. No.
Are you actually serious right now?
The double.
I got turn 1 bot. It
Anyone
needs
get
to
a
be long,
triple?
Ideally. I just Gen 1 mid. I just double
Did he
Gen 1
fart?
missed clear.
And perhaps my favorite
Did
member
bro
of the
shit
club,
himself when that
a
happened?
wild Moltres.
I mean, I could go for Peck, and if it criticaled, it would get there.
Did he miss with a Pokeball?
Wait. Did it just Gen 1 miss a Peck on me?
You see that guy in the last clip? That's shenanigans underscore. Shen for short. That is not the last we are going to see from him.
Okay.
Seen a lot of unlikely stuff, that's great, but I'm getting tired of these tiny little once-in-a-year numbers.
Yeah, get crazier.
No. Let's move up a few orders of magnitude into the truly unlikely
Okay,
stuff.
what's
Let's
the craziest
revisit
thing?
that clip from the beginning of the video. Now we can really stretch our probability muscles. So, for all 3 legendary birds to be on the starter table, here are the odds.
I mean, that
For the
is
first
kinda cool.
ball,
That
it
looks
can be
fun.
any
What
of
is
the
that?
3 of them. So that's 3 in 386.
I want to play a game where I get zapped. That's my
since there are
starter.
386 Pokemon in Generation 3, and there's 3 legendary birds. Then, for the second one, we've removed 1 of the birds, so that's 2 in 385. And then for the final one, we just repeat the removal process to get 1 in 384. For the numerator, obviously once we have one of the legendary birds, we want the other 2 to show up. So that's why 3 becomes 2, and then 1.
Yep,
but
I
for the
got it.
denominator, why does that number keep going down?
There's
There's
one less
still
in the pool.
386 total Pokemon in the Pokedex, right? Well, the algorithm that the randomizer program uses to generate the 3 Pokemon that'll be on the lab table prevents there from being repeats. So once we've had one of the legendary birds, the other 2 can't be that same Pokemon again.
Yep.
So
Got
we
it.
decrease the denominator by 1 for each successive Pokemon. Now we just multiply all those probabilities together, which gives us 1.05 times 10 to the -7th.
That's about 1 in 10 million. So many of the
That's
clips I've already
fucking
shown
rare.
you, and probably almost all the moments or clips you thought of at the start of this video, fail to represent the total number of attempts.
What all of those clips of back-to-back Gen 1 misses fail to show you is the millions of collective battles that have been played and recorded by speedrunners in Gen 1 over the years in which there were not 2 back-to-back Gen 1 misses.
This is not to say that it's not still cool or that you shouldn't recognize the unbelievable odds of something when it happens. You absolutely should. I'm just saying, you know, next time a shiny hunter sees a full odds shiny and goes bazonko insano mode, definitely be excited for them, but also take a look at their attempt counter. Does it still feel that unreasonable? News articles, parents of Thanksgiving, and Twitter blue users alike love to sensationalize things. And saying that something is
Kay,
one
thank
in
you
a
for the
million
raid.
based on
Much
some study
appreciated.
they claim to have read certainly helps them do that. I don't mean to say that we shouldn't show off crazy clips when they happen. I just want you to start thinking a little bit more critically about probability and statistics in your day-to-day life.
Sure.
So that, you
I
know,
can
when
tell that's
Uncle
a
Billy
goal of
comes over
yours.
for family dinner and starts talking to you about the terrible 1 in 100 voter fraud that stole the election, you can stop for a second and think, hang on, wait, does this racist guy actually know what he's talking about? Probably not. Okay, now that
Probably,
I'm
but
done
he could,
proselytizing
you know?
you,
So let's
talk about shinies. I didn't mean to make fun of shiny hunters earlier. I really do like shiny hunting. I think it's really fun, and it's pretty much the purest form of luck happening in
This is a
Pokemon.
tight
There's really
script.
nothing simpler than just looking for a dang old shiny Pokemon, and then it shows up and sparkles, and you go like, oh my god, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. He's so cool. He's like, how cool is this? Anyway,
No, yeah, you
here's a
can't-
clip
I
of a
don't think
guy
there's any
seeing
part of
2
this
full-out
video you can
shinies at
trim.
the exact same time so that you can be happy.
Okay.
Are you serious? Wait, what the f?
So what is this?
Holy sh! I've never seen that before. Oh my god. What the f just happened? Holy shit. 2 shinies on stream. No f***ing way.
In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which are video games.
My cam's blocking it. Look at this incredible game. Look at this brilliant game. Oh my god, is that why there's a motorcycle Pokemon? Because they needed a fucking travel mechanic in Scarlet and Violet? Holy fuck, it all makes sense.
One good thing that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet did do is introduce a king. Now, putting aside that this is the absolute best Pokemon ever to exist, Dunsparce has a chance to be 2 segments or 3 segments long. Additionally, starting in Gen 8, there are something called marks. Basically, there's a fun little chance that your Pokemon has cool little stickers. The gamer you're about to see evolves a shiny Dunsparce into a shiny 3-segment Dunsparce, and it has the coveted rare mark.
This one
Okay,
has...
so they rolled a gotcha exclusive.
Wait, this is like the 1 in 1,000 mark. Are you Martin? Wait.
Based on the shiny hunting method used, the shiny Dunsparce is about 1 in 683. The 3-segment Dunsparce evolution is 1 in 100, and then the rare mark is 1 in 1,000. Multiplying those together gives us a grand total of about 1 in 68 million.
That is fucking crazy.
Good
TBH.
God.
But I was hoping to see like tournament stuff, like crazy tournament
yelled at you
unluck.
enough about the ethics of math and probability. So, here it is. The unlikeliest clip I have ever seen.
Okay, here we go.
The cool thing about this category is the RNG will never be
They're playing Pokemon Red.
serious attempts.
Huh?
He's eating.
It never will happen like this, where it's you just get them all.
Yeah. I'm getting wrecked by encounter rate too. It's pretty funny. I've been looking for at least 10 seconds without an encounter. No repels active. This might be the crazy. This might actually be the craziest RNG that's ever occurred to me.
Fuck, I don't know if I can catch
What is happening? Hello?
In areas before the golden teeth, can you
Okay, hold on. This might be the least statistically likely thing that has ever happened in the Pokemon speedrun with this currently happening.
That's kind of crazy.
Oh my god. This actually might be the least likely thing that's ever happened in a Pokemon speedrun. Nope, I'm on pure encounter tiles. I still haven't gotten an encounter. It's been 200 steps in the Safari Zone. I'm not exaggerating. It's 10% per step.
Holy.
That was insane.
Like any good wedding DJ trying to coax people away from the open bar and to the dance floor, let's break it down.
There are some tiles in the Generation 1 Safari Zone that aren't capable of generating encounters because, you know, Gen 1. But in this clip, Shen isn't walking on any of those tiles. The odds of any one step in any of the tiles Shen is walking through generating an encounter is 30 in 256. Shen takes, by my count, about 230 steps without generating an encounter. So if our probability of generating an encounter on any one step is 30 in 256, then the probability of not getting an encounter on any one step is 1 minus that number. Okay. Then we just multiply that bad boy by itself 230 times. From that, we get a whopping 3.5 times 10 to the negative
No
13th.
way.
We have just jumped from around 1 in 100 million, which already seemed unbelievable, to 1 in 3 trillion.
No
Please let
way.
that sink in. The Powerball, which is the biggest lottery here in the United States, has a grand prize that's around 1 in 230
That's gotta be a
million
glitch, right?
odds
That's
to win. You are 12,000 times more likely to hit the jackpot in the Powerball than to do what Shen just did. We may have all just watched the most unlikely thing we will ever see in any of our lifetimes.
Dream was innocent!
And it happened in the Kanto Safari Zone. And ultimately, it doesn't really matter. But it matters to us. And that's all that matters. Thank you for watching.
That's the
I
end.
really genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to talk about a movie or something. That was crazy. That was very statistically unlikely. What's the video you guys were talking about where it's like it's Pichow or whatever? Pichow craziest videos or something? What's this? Fummy? Unlucky Nuzlocke moments? I don't want I want like an unlucky tournament moment. I want someone who's like about to win a tournament and then some shit goes fucking dumb wrong. Cybertron Will-O-Wisp. Cybertron will. Oh, that's the first result? Oh no. What is this? This is Wolfie reacts to it? No, this is 2 hours long. Is there where's the I can't find any clip that's under an hour. Where's the clip of it like it's just happening? Play to your outs. This is Hugs 4 years ago. Oh, it's a short? Okay, I'll open a short.
This match is considered to be the
Oh, perfect. Okay.
unluckiest of all time. It centers around Aaron Zhang. Aaron misses Will-O-Wisp as Conkeldurr switches in, then misses it again on Thunderous as he predicts Conkeldurr to protect. He tries again and misses, and his Cresselia is paralyzed as well in the same turn. Rotom faints as Cresselia hurts itself in confusion, but Aaron has a chance to bring it back with Tyranitar. But his 90% accurate Rock Slide misses both targets. Aaron loses, but he still has a chance in game 3. But the battle starts with his Rotom being unable to move because of paralysis, followed by both his Pokemon being unable to move due to paralysis. His Cresselia gets paralyzed, but Rotom finally lands a Will-O-Wisp, and things are looking good. His Rotom went down, but his Landorus is in a position to win.
Wow.
But his opponent goes for Swagger, confusing it. And of course, confusion activates, and Aaron loses Landorus while his Cresselia is paralyzed.
That's so
Aaron
fucked.
loses the set and is eliminated from the World
That's so
Championships.
fucked.
This match is considered to be the unlucky.
Dude, that's so fucked. Damn, that would be so frustrating. That would be so frustrating, bro. I should have made a team like that. I should have made a team with a bunch of fucking like Confuse Ray and Paralysis and just try to get somebody to quit Pokemon forever. Just try to get crazy lucky. Yeah, Mud Slap. They nerfed them all after this Worlds?
Luckiest of all.
That's funny. Like this is in the Worlds made so much work. He had a chance to win that shit. Yeah, it's crazy. Damn, what a beast for staying composed. They nerf paralysis and up. Dude, that's very funny. So if you want to nerf something, just try to expose it on the Pokemon World stage. Maybe they'll actually watch. This.
A nearly 1 in 1,000 chance decided this tournament. Wolf Glick is in the...
Oh, Wolf?
Tyranic. A nearly 1 in 1,000...
This is gonna truly fuck my algorithm watching these. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna start getting so much Pokemon shit.
Chance decided this tournament. Wolf Glick is in the finals of a regional, but it's looking bad. His Terra-flying Landorus is asleep, and Iron Hands can KO with an Electric-type move next turn.
Okay.
Wolf only has one way to win, a 33% wake-up chance which would let him knock out Iron Hands with Stomping Tantrum, a Ground-type move that is doubled in power this turn since Landorus slept the last turn.
Okay.
Wolf goes for it, and he wakes up, knocking out Iron Hands.
Great.
Flying-type Terra Blast now sweeps the 2 remaining Grass-type Pokemon, while Ice Beam Cresselia can't outdamage Amoonguss's Pollen Puff healing, except Ice Beam crits and freezes Landorus.
Oh.
With his main offense unable to move, Wolf will lose the final game in the set unless he thaws out. Back against the wall, Wolf Glick goes for it and stays frozen, losing him the championship. The Wake Up, Crit, Freeze, and No Thaw had a combined 0.1% chance to happen, and it's pretty wild that a nearly 1 in 1,000 chance decided this.
Wait, that was a championship? That sucks. You would have a championship off that? You should add sound effects like that to stream. I should just have like Ho ho ho.
Green Giant.
That was loud too, huh? I should have that shit playing. Like when we show like a stock going up or something, we play that. What are these? Oh my god. What are these?
6, 7!
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have clicked it. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Ow, that hurt my fucking ears. But it was worse for you guys too. Dude, I just clicked a button. Bro, I woke up an entire neighborhood. Are they doing this? Are they doing this? Why was that so loud? I don't know. Why would they make it so loud? Why is all the Zoomer memes so loud? Why do they do that? You scared my cat through my headphones. My wife just divorced me because of that. I got to imagine you were on the rocks. If that I can't imagine everything was perfect until that moment. If you know what I'm saying, maybe it was for the best. Maybe it's for the best. I was washing dishes in the kitchen down the hall, and even if there was on, dude, it's so funny to be washing dishes down the hall and have my stream on in another room and just hear 6, 7 so loud it shakes the room. And then you dropped the dishes and walked into here to type in chat, which means you were like, I gotta know what's going on. I gotta run back to chat. 6, 7's going on? Wait a minute, some cinema's happening. Actually, May, I think, of the 37 months. When you playing Counter-Strike with Squeaks, I don't really like Counter-Strike. Is that safe to say in this modern day cancel culture, blue sky world? I don't like it. I think it's a great esport, but I don't like playing it that much. Counter-Strike is kind of buns, I can't lie. I'm not. Can a man just not like something without it being a condemnation of the character of people that like it? Can I just not like something? I don't think it's buns. I think it's fine. I think it's good even. It's just not, I don't like it. It doesn't mean I hate you if you like it. You must like everything that everyone else likes? Yeah, maybe. My day is ruined. Why do you hate me personally? What have you done? What have you done? Can a guy not prefer Fortnite? I don't prefer. Wow, I guess I do prefer Fortnite. If I had to play one. If I had to play one, but I don't think it's better. If I had to watch one, it would be Counter-Strike. But I don't really play it. I don't know. Yeah, it's not for me. Lil Whip. Hand back your millennial card. No, please. I'm playing Pokemon, old gens. Please, I still have it. Watch Magic's 1v4 Mirage last major. No, listen, if I had to watch, I'll say this is the honest truth. If I had to watch a clip of an esport and it was a blind pick, I would pick Counter-Strike every time because they have the best clips. They have the best tournament clips. Especially if it's an esport I haven't played. If it's an esport I haven't played, you have to give me a cool clip. It'll be Counter-Strike. But that's just not that's not how I play it. You know, I'm not playing at professional level. So it's a lot of me holding a corner poorly and then dying. I also think that Counter-Strike has the best casters of any esport. And it's not close, really. I think they've mastered it as an art form. Faker Zed mirror matchup is still goated. Dude, that clip was generational for me. I watched that live. That shit was... I had to change my pants, bro. Take your time, lad. Yeah, the play of your career cast, that's really good. CS makes good clips with the games. Like that's basically what I said, right? The stock crash Korean streamer reacts are generally so funny. Dude, I have a whole presentation about the Korean stock crash, but the reason I'm not doing it today is because I have to add these clips. Because they are so funny. I don't have them downloaded, and I have to fucking... it's not going to be good enough without them. It's the comments and reactions from actual Koreans are so wild. But I have the whole story. I have the fucking... whatever, I'll find it. I'm an Overwatch lower, but the casters are mid. Dude. Don't get me started. I don't like Overwatch at all as an esport. But I don't want to get into it. I think the casters are doing their best with what they can, bro. The casters are trying their damn best to make that shit watchable. I give them a pass. It's just a visually cluttered game, bro. It should have never been an esport. It would have been better for the game if they made it not an esport. Made it just casual. Luckily, Marvel Rivals exists. Dude, I don't think Marvel Rivals shouldn't be an esport either. I feel like games like that should just be like, hey, we are a great casual game to play with friends and to, yeah. And for gooners. Let's lean into that. Let's lean into our strengths. But then they try to make these big prize money tournaments, and then it makes the player base sweatier, and then it makes lobbies worse, and then it... TF2 had guys saying remove crits. I don't know anything about TF2. I know TF2 is very beloved. I know Doug loves it. But I just remember that TF2 invented hey babe. A donut?
Desire made manifest.
Wow, it looks really good. Is that for me?
If you want it, yeah.
I want a bite, just one bite.
Oh. It's gonna crumble. Okay, be careful.
I just want one bite. It looks very delicious.
Think of Simpsons doing it.
It does look like a Simpsons donut.
Like, look at how nice it looks.
Are you gonna let me get a bite of it, or are you gonna show it off?
Oh yeah, here it's yours. Well, because I was gonna eat like some leftovers first. I don't know if you want to do that.
I just want one bite right now because you've
Alright.
already put it under my nose like a cartoon
Sorry.
character.
Just like a nice donut. You're like dropping.
That's a good donut.
It's like I like it when they're fluffy and doughy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good donut.
That's
High
fun.
key.
Hyphy.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna eat leftovers?
Yeah.
All right, I might join you.
Because we ate kind of ass.
Yeah, we did at the movie theater. Yeah.
Like Cersei's pigs, you know.
We were like Cersei's pigs. This feels like a sponsored segment without the sponsor. You think I'm sponsored by Big Donut to make donuts look? You caught me. You caught me. Yes, it's all part of my scheme to get you to want a donut. Honestly, that was Ari's scheme because I didn't want a donut until she came in and waved it under my nose, and now it looked so delicious that I had to have one. Have you seen the Ignite memories at MTG Pro Tour? Dude, we should do. I used to do videos like, wait, this is a good video idea. We do it across games. I remember I did a video like the longest esports matches ever. I wonder if I'm first result for that. I am first result for that. Oh, bro, I gotta talk about this. Wait, I gotta talk about this. This is important. What are you doing? This dude has been playing one Age of Empires 2 match for 50 plus hours. That was my opener? My God. I sound younger now. Oh, this one. This is with Linkus. All right, so chat, we're going to talk about the fastest losses in esports history. We should do the unluckiest moments in esports history. That would be a good video. Linkus looks fucking wicked in this, by the way. Wait, but help me out. What are the unluckiest moments? Look, I'll make a Google sheet right now. This is actually a good idea. Hold up. This is straight up a good idea. And it would be kind of fun. Blank spreadsheet. Okay, wait. So we'll have one for Pokemon, and it'll be the Cybertron Will-O-Wisp. Incredible. 100%. That was already super unlucky. Easy. What about Hearthstone? Hearthstone? What's the unluckiest moment in Hearthstone? Which one would Melee be? Oh, I know the Melee one. It's the Johnny, the S2J invisible ceiling. I mean, do I show you now or do we do it for the movie?
Remember that time?
Where's the fuck is the video of that? This is a 20-minute video about this? Wait, there's a 20-minute video explaining this one 3-second clip? Daigo versus Justin Wong Street Fighter? You think that was unlucky? You think that parry is randomized? That's like an incredible moment of skill. He practiced that over and over and over and over and over. It was unlucky how popular it got. It was unlucky that it was being filmed and everyone popped off and it became a meme for the rest of his life. Warcraft 3? What's this one? This is the unluckiest moment in Warcraft 3. In Warcraft 3, you kill like non-player character NPC enemies around the map to get items to make your hero stronger so you can go fight the other humans. Just as a little side thing. Oh, he's getting bashed.
Oh my fucking god, I'm getting perma-bashed! It's almost over the game. I just got bashed 7 times in a row. From full life to nothing.
He didn't die.
GG.
I mean, if he lost his hero, that would have been the unluckiest thing I've ever seen. I remember I saw a Warcraft 3 match where the opposite happened. You know, you get a randomized item when you kill a camp, and you're hoping for a lucky item, but sometimes you get a bad item. I saw a professional orc player playing the most, strongest hero, Blade Master, and they got 6 of the perfect item in a row, the best item in the game for that hero. And then they were so strong, and all the commentators were like, oh, it's a guaranteed win. And then they did something stupid and lost instantly. Like, they got the strongest hero in the game, then they walked into the battle, misclicked, and died instantly, and it was game over. Uver Squeaks get to work? That's not unlucky. That was raw skill at the live tournament. What?
7 got the flag out. The Hysteria's
Wait, look at this.
going to make a simple return there, bottom B. And all 4 members dead from Classic. This could be huge for Triggers down. The final flag possibly in the hands of Hines, and he's got all kinds of cover fire. Hysteria's going to pick up a kill on the respawn. Pistola's got one, and SK just picked one up. As Triggers down, slight fumble, no problem. No, oh, his button's not working. He can't pick it up. Oh, the game froze. And I don't even know what happens in this situation. The game.
Dude, right before he's about to win the Xbox Red Rings of Death.
The game's froze. We're experiencing a little bit of Xbox Live issues as Hysteria was booted.
That's
from the
fucked,
game.
dude. It's bad luck for the game.
And we're gonna let our refs tell us what's going on here. I'm confused.
Can you even, like, on a game that old, like, restart? I don't think you can restart the game, like, from where it was. So it's like a full match. That sucks. They didn't have that. 340. This is the League of Legends one? League of Legends has luck in it?
It's going for the kill.
What's the luck in League of Legends? I guess I'll find out in this clip. You said go to 340? 340.
I'm on it right now. I'm gonna go slow-mo.
What happened?
No, it's just a troll smite.
No, it
They go
did
even
heal.
slower.
It did heal.
What?
It?
I mean,
It
the
heals.
health went up, but it was never in smite range.
Yeah, it wasn't even
no,
smite
no,
range,
guys,
right?
It's at, I can screenshot it to you right now. It's at 895. He smited it at 895, but it healed. Why did
Oh,
it
it did
heal?
go to 895.
Why did it heal? I don't understand. Because
Yeah, I mean, Baron leveling up, that was a bigger heal than normal.
Wait, Baron can heal? Baron can level up? I didn't ever know this. It levels at 29 minutes. Oh, like it gets stronger. Yeah, you're right. Wait, so it got stronger at that exact moment? That's so funny. I didn't know it could happen while you were fighting it. That's so, yeah, 2859. Wait, that's actually crazy. Wait, I gotta include that one. That's a pretty good one, honestly. That's a pretty good one. League of Legends. Baron level up. Okay. S2J versus a bait. That's a good one. What other ones? Add the 2020 election. Counter-Strike 2 is the unluckiest moment. How is there luck in Counter-Strike?
I was summoned to a tweet showing quite an unlikely occurrence in a Counter-Strike match. The tweet clearly implied that it was from the ongoing PGL Major, but this video is shown vertically, which, like so many others, cuts off lots of useful information which would have shown that it wasn't actually from the ongoing PGL Major, but was instead from a few months back during the Blast Premier Tournament, where Nip faced off against G2 on Mirage.
Okay.
So I re-recorded it in beautiful 4K 60 FPS, and most importantly 16:9 aspect ratio. Here is what happened. Incredibly, Device's AWP shot gets blocked by a flashbang that just happens to be flying past at exactly the right moment for it to deflect the bullet. People were asking what the chances of this happening were, when of course calculating this is impossible. Where do you start? Where do you end? There are so many countless variables that there's no way a mere human could possibly comprehend the sheer complexity that such a calculation would
doing
require.
that on purpose would be...
It's 3 in 8 million and 42. But let's go through this step by step and take a look at what happened. LNZ, or Z for you Americans, was camped under balcony, or in shadow or dark, or whatever you like to call it. Nico was approaching from Palace and threw this nifty Molotov to clear
if I'm
him
that
out from
guy, I
under
take
there.
full credit and say I planned it from day
LNZ
one.
knew that this was coming and countered it with a smoke grenade, which signaled to Nico that there was indeed somebody camped under balcony, so he proceeded to chuck an HE grenade to clear him out. However, before this could detonate, LNZ got engaged in some heavy fighting and died. His FAMAS and flashbang fell to the floor just as Nico's grenade exploded, propelling the flashbang off this wooden thing and into the air at just the right time to block Device's
my
AWP shot.
God!
It
Wait!
still hits net.
It wasn't even thrown? Wait. A grenade exploded another grenade off the wall to block the sniper shot. That's crazy. Damn. It doesn't have collision when you throw it? That's
off this wooden thing and into the air at just the right time to block
honestly, to have
Device's
in an
AWP
esport
shot.
match.
It still hits Nexa, but only inflicts 26 damage instead of the lethal 100+ amount that it would have done since the bullet hit him in the chest. So did it win G2 the game? They were already 5-1 up when this happened, and while surviving this shot and then killing Device clearly tipped the balance in G2's favour for this particular round, they still lost it, as they were a little too late in rotating to be able to plant the bomb in time at bombsite B. So they still lost this round to Nip, who ultimately won the map 16-14 despite having had their AWP shot blocked. And then Nip won the third map as well, winning the game. So no, I don't think it majorly changed the outcome, but it very nearly could have done. There's no way this could have occurred in the PGL Major because the match between Nip...
Nah, it's still really cool. That's a crazy moment. Wow, I didn't think there would be one for Counter-Strike. That's cool. I'll definitely include that one. That is sick. Grenade blocked an off shot, Counter-Strike. CSGO. Grenade blocks op shot. That's awesome. Fade to black. Fade to black. Fade to black. Hello from Vietnam. Hey, thanks, bro. Makima? No. Mackie Max Imp. Thank you. Fade to black is scary. Dude, I didn't know how that. I didn't even know how that button. I got too many scenes. What can you make sure the video is very long-winded and starts talking about social network? Yeah. 100%. Believe me, I'm going to include some unlucky clips, but a lot of me talking about the social network and like unlucky things that happened in movies. And also, I'll just explain the basics of what luck is. Dictionary defines luck as, my opener, another unlucky moment. Every single time I join a league game, I get the worst 9 players in the world. Wow, we're similarly unlucky in that respect. For sure. Wait, what other games have an insanely unlucky moment? Pokemon, Hearthstone, Melee. Is there like an insanely unlucky Overwatch moment? Is there an insanely unlucky Rocket League moment? Insanely unlucky Rocket League moment. It's not really possible, right? To be This is the world's unluckiest Rocket League moments.
Twins, have you ever been this unlucky?
I don't know.
Not in. Bro. This man couldn't believe what had happened. Also, this player.
I mean, yeah, he just fucked it up though. That's not unlucky. That's not luck. That you had a skill for that. That's not. No. What about this one? It's got a fart sound.
Even worse was this play by a lot. This man slammed the post and pinched the ball for an own goal. It was bad. But imagine trying to score an open net and your teammate saves the ball.
I don't think so, pal.
I hate this editing.
Words can't even express the sadness.
I hate this editing, bro. That's crazy. From 2016, bro. That's from 2022. That's from 2022, bro. 8ish, start editing like this, please. Minecraft speedrun unlucky. Now that's interesting.
This is Skycrab killing the.
This is interesting. Okay, wait.
Dragon before the timer even hit 6 minutes, about to set an unbeatable world record. Yet, that never happened, and the 1.16 RSG world record still stands at 7:01 by Drip, as it has done so for the last 18 months.
Okay.
So what the hell went wrong for Skycrab? He was on the run of
Is
his
that a
life.
bronze?
The overworld to the ruin portal with a looting 3-sword next to 3 blacksmiths containing everything he could possibly need.
Okay, sounds
the
great.
Nether was just as good, with a fast bastion and close fortress. With good nether terrain followed by a fast stronghold now, Skycrab
I know
was
some
able
of
to
these
enter
words.
the end at 5:27, putting him on the fastest pace of all time. All he needed to do to get the world record was hit the 0 cycle.
What's that?
As he pulls towards the tower for his 0 cycle, he realizes he needs some more blocks, so he opens his inventory to craft nether bricks. While his inventory is open, his pole lands. Without knowing, his crosshair is now staring directly into an Enderman's eyes, which we can briefly see as he closes his inventory. Skycrab, however, is completely unaware, and while the Enderman is angry below, he goes on to hit a beautiful 0 cycle.
Okay.
Skycrab begins to celebrate.
Oh my god!
However,
Oh, no.
even though the dragon may be dead, the run is not over
Oh, no.
until the credits roll.
Oh no!
Rip's world record lives on.
Oh
another
no,
day.
dude!
This is
That's
Skycrab killing the
actually
dragon before the
so
timer even hits
fucked.
6 minutes, about to set an unbeatable world record.
Oh, that is actually unlucky. You got the word a couple days ago? Oh, there's a happy ending to this story. He redeemed himself. 30 seconds. This time it's 30 seconds faster, though. God damn. What an insane. That would have been unbreakable, huh? That's crazy. That actually would hurt to have happen. That would really sting. I'll credit to him for bouncing back. I would probably quit. That's crazy. Dude, getting killed at the last fucking millisecond. It forever changed what people do at the end of speedruns. That's so funny. That's gotta be, yeah, it's gotta be an iconic clip in the Minecraft world, I'm sure. This is the latest. I don't want another Minecraft one. Let's what is this? No. Is there an unlucky chess moment? There's no way. There's no way. Impossible, right? impossible for chess to have an unlucky moment that would be interesting. I can't even imagine. There's no your butt plug could malfunction. MTG moments surviving 5 Ignite memories. I'll play MTG. I don't really know what that means.
It's Worlds 2008 and
Maybe he'll explain it. It's a short.
two of the game's greats face off in the top 8. Gabriel Nassif and Patrick Chapin, with Chapin in a commanding position up a game and resolving 5 copies of Ignite memories. Nassif's at 9 and has 3 cards in hand. Right of Flame Grape Shot and his own Ignite memories, which means he's almost certainly dead. He fades the first 3 reveals, dropping to 3 from 3 Grape Shots, which means the only way he survives the last 2 flips is if they're both Right of Flame.
1 in 9, 1 in 9 shots.
Yes! Oh, it's still alive! He's still alive!
Okay.
Chapin can't believe this is happening. It's like you balling into
1, 2,
4.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
It's the Right of Flame, and you gotta flip it though. No peeking. I gotta see too.
Slam it, slam it.
Okay.
Copies of Ignite memories.
Unbelievable.
That's dope. I'm already getting Wolfie videos. What was the game that Magnus lost because he misplaced his king at the last second? Magnus misplaced king last second? I don't know that. I don't know that one. I don't see it. This is the unluckiest Hearthstone I've ever seen. Let me see. Let me see.
This is so beautiful.
Oh, maybe I remember this. What is this? This is old. Yeah, maybe I remember this. Okay, unluckiest Hearthstone moment. It's 2-2, so deciding game.
Oh, I love it.
This guy's definitely losing. Aka Wonder is basically lost. This guy has a full board of units, but he has 1 card left. It adds a random card to your hand. Okay.
He's teasing us. Do it.
Oh!
Okay. That's so fucking Hearthstone filled. Okay. He played a card that gives him 1 random card. The random card he got gives him 3 random cards. Okay.
Oh, into ice block. Can hear the crowd. They are going insane out there too. Can he get an ice block from this and 2 decent cards?
Can he get a fireball?
Fireball will do it.
Fireball!
Oh my goodness!
So this guy has exactly 6 health. He got the 1 spell that does exactly 6 direct damage. And he had exactly 4 mana left, and he got a 4 mana spell that does 6 damage. That's crazy. That's so Hearthstone.
Wonder is going to take the series 3 games.
Their face. Damn. Imagine paying Blizzard $200 for fucking dust and packs to have that happen to you. This game was so fun, dude. What a rip. Oh, description.
To 2, unbelievable.
We called whether this is block or counterspell. You can't test for ice block here. And purple
I
up.
don't need to watch more of these. That's really funny. That's a good one. This is extremely unlucky. What is this? On October 28th, 1998, a lightning strike occurred at a competitive association football match in the Congo. The strike killed all 11 players on one side of the field, while all members of the opposition team were unharmed. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Aftermath and accusations of witchcraft. Wait, that's insane. After the strike, all members of the Basonga team were completely unscathed, while their opponents lay dead on the pitch. People thought it was witchcraft. That's crazy. Oh, they just wore different cleats. Screw in metal studs versus molded cleats. It could have been witchcraft though. We can't rule it out. Mario Kart Classic. I know it's on eSport. Let's see. This is the unluckiest moment, you said? Get Mario Karted. Let's see. This could be like an intro, you know, that shows okay. You hit with a red shell, and then a red shell, and then a red shell. Okay. And then a skill issue, I think. Yeah, this is like the least unlucky game of Mario Kart. Salty legendary spammer bursts into salty tears. What am I getting, dude? What am I getting recommended? On Pokemon Showdown. I'm getting too much Pokemon, dude. I gotta get back into news. Are there any more esports I think would have something super unlucky? I think there's actually some real potential here. But I can't think of one. I have Melee. I got Melee. Rainbow Six? Rainbow Six unluckiest moment? Okay. This one is a picture of a glizzy. Top 1,000 funniest fails in Rainbow Six Siege? Top 1,000? And it's a 3-hour movie and it has 8.8 million views? People are watching 1,000 funniest fails of Rainbow Six? I know what I'm falling asleep to tonight. Jesus Christ. Length of the Odyssey. Christopher Nolan could never. Christopher Nolan could never, dude. Yeah, none of these look like that real, though. Number 826 is funny as fuck. Let's watch number 826 just to see. So this is the one you think is funny as fuck. Wait, are they labeled? I don't think they're labeled. I don't even know if there's actually 1,000. No, they're not labeled. So we'll never know. Ah, you could be right and we'll never know. You could be right. Lightning Helix Top Deck.
Go.
I don't think top decking a card would be the unluckiest moment in Magic history. What about... Is there... Just check. There's no... The unluckiest chess player
From being
tier
forced to quit chess to blundering away 2 world championship matches, this is the unluckiest chess players tier list. Gotham Chess peaked at 2,400 and walked away from competitive chess to become one of the most famous faces in chess history. But his dreams of becoming a grandmaster are forever held back by the fact that the YouTube algorithm pays better than any chess tournament. And to make matters worse, he got destroyed by a 10-year-old kid in front of his hero.
How's that luck?
Absolutely devastating. F tier. Gata Kamsky, the legend.
I'm a famous fucking legend.
This is not luck, dude. That's just a thing that happened. He's not even unlucky. He actually turned out pretty well. There's no luck in that at all. And that's your F tier? Oh, okay, wait. Okay,
Is the son of a former boxer who decided on a whim that his kid was going to be a world champion because he saw Kasparov and Karpov playing in a newspaper article. What followed was a childhood of abuse and control, where all he wanted was to live the life of a normal kid. By 16, he was in the world top 10. At 22, he played the 1996 World Championship match against Karpov. He lost and was forced to give up chess and pursue law instead. He came back 8 years later, won the 2007 World.
I'm sorry. I think it's horrible what the father did, but if you're going to be that father, you should commit, right? Like, if you're the father who just put 20 years into forcing your kid to play chess, he makes it to the world championship very young. He doesn't win first try. You go, give up? Give up and go to law? That's crazy. That's crazy. You were this close. Stick it out a few more years.
To give up chess and pursue law instead. He came back 8 years later, won the 2007 World Cup, which would earn him the right to play against the world champion. But FIDE did FIDE things and changed the rules mid-cycle. They decided he had to play an extra match against Topalov instead, which he would subsequently lose. The closest he would ever get to the title again was in the 2011 Candidates, where he needed a draw in the final game to advance, but suffered what he called a psychological blackout. At 51, he's still above 2,600 and will be representing France at the Olympiad later this year, S tier. Anish Giri was world number 3 and a favorite to win the 2016 Candidates. Then he drew the first game, and again, and again. He drew all 14 games, and thus started the legend of Dranish Giri.
Does it bother you when people make these drawish jokes or Anish Giri is boring player?
Yeah, I think it's very bad for my image. That's why it doesn't hurt me inside, but I think it's bad for my image, my professional career.
It also hurts him inside.
Which is kind of an unfair meme because he does play fighting chess and has won a lot of super tournaments. The Candidates is the only tournament he has consistently underperformed in, but maybe he'll surprise us this year, D tier. Leonid Stein qualified for the Candidates multiple times in 1962 and 64, but FIDE said, nope, we've already got enough Soviet players, sorry. When he finally was on track and considered a favorite to win in 73, he died of a heart attack before the tournament began. Genuinely one of the most cursed careers in chess history.
That is unlucky.
S tier. MVL, one of the unluckiest super GMs in modern chess, was a top 5 player for about 5 years before making it to the Candidates. After missing a Candidates qualification by a single match in the 2017 World Cup, he wrote that watching it from the sidelines, he'd feel a little heartache. Then in 2019, he finished 3rd in both the Grand Prix and the World Cup, competitions where only the top 2 qualify.
That's
when
unfortunate.
he finally qualified for the 2020 Candidates, it was because Rajabov withdrew because of COVID concerns. And MVL was the highest rated reserve player. He proceeded to play some of the best chess of his life.
Beast?
And then the tournament was suspended for COVID and would not resume for over a year, where he would finish 2nd, half a point behind Nepo. He hasn't qualified for the Candidates since. A tier.
Rough.
Timur Rajabov,
yeah,
one of
I guess.
the brightest prodigies in modern chess.
Just
he
win
beat
the games.
Kasparov at 15 to become the youngest player ever to beat a world number 1 in tournament play.
That's
but
cool.
his Candidates runs were poor, both in 2011 and 2013. When he finally qualified again in 2019, COVID hit, and he had to withdraw. FIDE gave him a spot in the 2022 Candidates as a concession for the withdrawal. He finished 3rd and hasn't qualified since. B tier.
That's not
Magnus
really unlucky.
Carlsen was born in an era where he had to give up his world champion crown because there wasn't strong enough competition, and he got bored of prepping for long matches,
Okay.
and almost switched to poker instead. He now completes side quests and plays golf for fun.
That's not unlucky at all.
Vasily Ivanchuk, one of the most eccentric players in the chess world, is considered one of the greatest players to never win the world title. He's been in the top 10 for decades,
I
but
just
his
have to
nerves
include
got the
Magnus.
better of him
It's a chess
at
video.
every decisive moment. At 56, he's still grinding open tournaments in Spain.
Thank you so much, the fried liver attack, for gifting 100 subs. Thank you so much.
Sorry?
It was just about the chat. Sorry,
It was
Vasily.
about the chat. Okay.
C tier. Paul Karras, another candidate for the strongest players never to have played for the world champ title. He beat 9 world champions during his career and won more international tournaments than any of his contemporaries. Played 8 candidates events and came second in 4 of them. But his biggest misfortune came during the turmoil of the Second World War, when his country, Estonia, was annexed, and the Soviets initially planned to execute him and his family for playing in German tournaments. He was spared on the condition that he would not interfere with Botvinnik's challenge for the World Championship. When
Okay.
asked why he never became world champion, his answer was, "I was unlucky, like my country." This one's S tier.
That's actually pretty
Fabiano
unlucky.
Caruana, the third highest
That's
rated
genuinely
player in
unlucky.
history, is unlucky for being in his prime along with Magnus Goetsen. He's played in 5 candidates, but has nearly missed out multiple times. He did have a shot at the title in 2018, but Magnus held him to a draw in all the 12 classical games and beat him in the rapid tiebreaks. And after the match, Fabi said,
"It's no surprise, it's no secret that my best strengths are in classical. Rather than online and rapid and blitz in particular. So I was really looking forward to becoming world #1 this year because Magnus is overrated anyway and frankly overhyped.
He said
I look
that?
forward to proving that once I win the candidates and then defeat him in a rematch."
he heads into the 2026
Okay.
candidates as one of the favorites.
little arrogant?
Fingers crossed. C tier. Viktor Korchnoi fled to the
Oh, wow.
Netherlands in '76, played 2 World Championship matches against Karpov, while his family remained trapped in the Soviet Union and were denied exit visas as punishment for his defection. He was a candidates competitor on 10 separate occasions between 1962 and '91, almost 3 decades. He defeated 9 world champions in classical
he's a
games
beast.
across his career. He just never got to be champion. S tier.
That's very
Hikaru has
unlucky.
played in 3 candidates and was 1 draw away from winning it, both in 2022 when Magnus dropped out and he needed to draw Ding.
I mean, there are some people like you think of. It's not unlucky by any means, but it is like if their eras had lined up differently, they'd have way more titles. Like, there's a lot of people who got screwed by being at the same time as generational talents. Even like, even Braun, right? Like, if Steph Curry and the fucking KD Warriors hadn't come along, he probably would have had. Or Phil Mickelson, yeah, with Tiger and with like either Steph or LeBron would have more titles without the other one.
In the final round, and in 2024 against Gukesh. Despite being a massive content creator and winning pretty much everything, the one title that every chess player dreams of has eluded him. At 37, the 2026 candidates
Chovy, if
may
not
be
for
his
Faker.
last shot. C tier. Nepa won 2 consecutive candidates tournaments, played in 2 world championship matches, but unfortunately, he too ran into Prime Magnus with the infamous Game 6, which broke him completely,
watched
and he
this
collapsed
on
for the
stream.
rest of the match. In 2023, he
It was
held Ding
beast.
to equal scores in Classical, but Ding just held his nerve better in the rapid tiebreak when it mattered the most. Since then, he has declined significantly from his peak and has failed to qualify for the candidates for the first time in 5 years.
That
His
sucks.
story is less about bad luck getting to the match and more about psychological fragility in the match. D tier. Levon Aronian, the 4th highest rated player in history, was the clear 2nd best player in the world behind Magnus for nearly a decade, and yet he never
Atrioc,
got
are you not a
title match
GM?
despite
I'm like, I'm basically a GM. Like, other chess GMs call me an honorary GM because of my incredible play and tactical brilliance, but I don't really like, I don't like to flex it. I don't like to like play the tournaments and like hurt people's dreams. So it's really more of like a thinking man's GM. Yeah, you stay humble, stay hungry. I did beat Magnus Carlsen in a show match, just like undisputed. I did hit him with the Scholar's Mate and defeat him. So,
despite playing in 6 candidates. He also wasn't dealt very good cards early in life.
My father and my mother, they were not.
he's a GM and the G stands for Glizzy, and then you low W'd your own post. Yup. W, dude. Lando. They give it the 2 months.
Earning anything, really. So I was earning the money by.
For 5 years straight, I thought Magnus the Climber and Magnus the Chess guy were the same person. Dude, that would be such an unreal life. That would be such an unreal list of accomplishments. If you Magnus Mippo is a GM, I don't believe you. But he could be good at chess. I don't think he's a GM. That's insane. There's a Magnus Climber. Yeah, we did a video with him.
Getting sponsors. Okay, I did have some sponsors, but I knew that if I travel to one tournament and if I don't play well, I cannot play any more tournaments. At the age of 15, I would play Blitz at nights, you know, just to earn some money on the side, because for amateurs of different countries, I think this $5 a game was nothing. But for me, $5 was a huge amount of money.
He had to leave his home country of
feel.
Armenia because of a lack of support, and he lost his wife in an accident in 2020. He's doing well now, winning freestyle tournaments and beating world champions along the way. Levon is A tier. Peter Lecco became the youngest grandmaster in history at 14, spent a decade in the world top 10, and in 2004 got his first and only shot at Kramnik's world title. Lecco led going into
Chess seems kind of like a lonely life, man. I don't know. I think for Magnus and maybe Levy, it's kind of beast. But like a chess pro feels like really difficult and grindy and hard for like very little reward for the majority of them.
the final game, needing only a draw to become world champion. Kramnik won it in 41
Streamer
moves.
is harder? True.
The final score was 7-7, and under the match rules, the defending champion retained the title in the event of a draw. And thus, Peter joined the list of players who came closest to the title without winning it, B tier.
First thing, what I think about this when I look at this sword is respect. For chess players, this is also one of the most important things to respect your opponent. By respecting your opponent, you are respecting yourself. The game of chess, yeah, you are devoting all your life to improve. So basically, that's why I really love this sword.
So today I'm trying this new variant of chess.
I kind of love that. A guy in a secret lab gamer chair holding up a katana talking about how it helps him understand chess is kind of beast.
Called Fog of War or something like this. It's basically you do not see your opponent's pieces at all. But frankly, at my age, I'm already not seeing their pieces anyway, even when I'm looking right at them. So pretty complicated version, and as the kids say, I definitely am feeling pretty poggers about this one.
On October. All right, W, bro. W. Nydorf lost his family in the Holocaust and only survived because he was at the Chess Olympiad when Germany invaded Poland. Then proceeded to go for the world record of the most blindfolded wins to make the newspaper to try and contact his family and show them he's okay, but he never reached them. I think anything having to do with the Holocaust is hard to just be as glib as like, that was unlucky. It's like so horrendous to be like, damn, that's unlucky. It's worse than, I don't even know the right word for it, but it was technically unlucky, I suppose, but it's like if someone told you their dog died and you went like, oh, damn, unlucky. It just, it feels like inappropriate. Do you know what I'm saying? You should be like, that's tragic, or I've you know, it's not. Wait, is this an unlucky Age of Empires 2 moment? Oh my god, this is old Age of Empires 2. Before they updated the graphics. Damn, this shit was ugly. Yes. Whoa, I didn't even realize how much the remaster changed it. That's unlucky.
We're going forward. Boys.
Looks different on old monitors? Maybe. Okay, what's unlucky about this?
And 5 goes forward. Problem is we don't even know where our opponent is. But you're going forward.
He's doing a forward, some kind of proxy. Damn, this shit is ugly. I can't even. Okay, there's a wolf. Oh no. There's 3 wolves. So 1 villager beats 1 wolf, I think. Very unlikely to run into multiples.
No.
That is unlucky, but not. Doesn't this feel scripted? No, that's a competitive match. Another league one, but gotta include this. All right. I'm taking a look. I'm just showing if you have any more unlucky moments, send it. Because I would like to collect them all. Okay, what's unlucky? Oh, shit. Wait, let me see this. He's about to kill this building and win the game, and then this respawns right at the exact moment. What? I think it's like exact, because I thought it was over. Go back. I want to see exactly. I think it's like literally fucking exact, dude. No, I mean, he actually maybe could have got it. Looks like he moves, right? He could have got one more auto attack. Did you see the new Zillion League video? What's up, Jimmy? No, I didn't. I didn't. I'm trying to find, that's a kind of a research stream, Jimmy. I'm trying to find the unluckiest esports moments of all time for a video. But I can't. This is a good 1-minute video. He lost 10K on a Trackmania Grand Final because of a bug. How do
Cole High School.
Let's see.
Yes, I am the guy who lost 10,000 euro in the grand final of the first ever Red Bull Faster Trackmania tournament because of a plastic bug. What exactly happened? In the final against Carl Jr., I was in the lead on the very last round. I was just 1 jump and 1 bounce away from victory. But then, I got a bug on the very last plastic bounce. What happened is that the plastic for the plastic bounce was only a thin layer over the actual block. In rare cases, this can cause the car to glitch through the plastic and hit the hitbox of the block underneath. This doesn't create the desired plastic bounce where you maintain your speed, but instead you just slam into the block below with full force and lose all of your speed. Because of missing the bounce, my car fell more slowly towards the finish line, and Carl Jr. was able to overtake me and take the victory. This moment will probably haunt me forever, but hopefully it will never happen again, right?
No way.
No. Nah. Nah. Virtual. Nah, I just gained 0.5 in the plastic turnaround. What is this? I just literally gained 0.5. Nah, little bro.
It's haunting him his whole lives. They tested the map and never had it happen. Yeah, it seems unlikely, but very cool. Guy gets stuck in a wall, Apex Legends? Wait. Funny, these are all shorts.
지압? 아니다 근데 이미 일로 갈 수도 있어가지고 여기 안 보이긴 한다. 씨발 또 지랄이야! 왜? 됐어? 괜찮아?
와 이거는 이거 못 나와.
Dude, he's mad!
퍼즐 씨발!
When he's so mad!
퍼즐.
씨발 새끼들 진짜. 이건 뭐
돌아와!
꺼낼 수가 있나? 야 근데 연속으로 일어나는 건 뭐야? 바닥이 네이드가.
Dude, bro is furious!
네이드도 아까워 이거.
맞을 것 같아.
Were they trying to grenade him out?
What?
Bro! And the guy broke the up drop. Okay, that's insane. I killed that guy through the wall, by the way. Sorry.
야, 확실하지 마.
I bet he's so mad.
나이스 형님들 나이스.
That sucks. That sucks, bro. That's on tournament stage. He's valid. Yeah, I guess it's just you can just ask politely for applause. XQC kills his team on accident in Overwatch. Is that unlucky? Or is that just XQC?
Top has to be careful. He's gonna hide.
I think you've seen the XQC like Counter-Strike clip where he keeps throwing grenades that bounce off and hit his own thing, but the guy's narrating. That was so classic. That's a classic clip. That's like one of the greatest clips. What is this one? This is Overwatch.
Behind the building. Good use of
XQC kills his whole
architecture
team, he said.
Silk Thread diving in.
So
Dragonblade
hard to
taking down
watch.
2 before falling. Soon though, still an X Factor in the back, immediately evens it up with 2 of his own. The res from Ginger Pop gonna reset this for denial. It's been their bread and butter. The part where you see someone turn into fireworks, courtesy of a pulse bomb, soon picks up 3, and XQC can't believe what he's just done.
That is tough. Swindle? What is this? Plup falls through Pokemon Stadium? I think I've seen this. Wait, what is this one?
That guy. All right.
Isn't it like insanely rare for this to happen?
And SUJ put together a Johnny Stalker. Are we going to see Plup go up 2-0 for the first time? Could we see? Oh, what the hell? Are you kidding me? The Pokemon glitch in top 8 and Shine. Unreal. Freeze this map.
That's so funny because it's actually so beast of Johnny to react and finish it with the stomp. It's actually so beast. Yeah, you even read the angle. That's actually fucking awesome. I mean, it's top 8. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. The XQC clip? I will watch it. We'll watch. We'll end on this, bro. I think I'm a little.
Wait, so there.
One close.
I'll have to do some more research on this. Let's see. This is a great
Wait, so
clip.
there.
One close. You hit him. Spam. I'll get him. Oh no.
Dead.
I think there's one in Z. Care. I'm sitting in the smoke.
I'm gonna molly him then.
Okay. Okay. I just got mollied. I think they mollied me. Where does your molly hit?
I didn't throw it yet. Want me to throw it?
Yeah. Okay, I'm blind. They just fucking threw a fucking perfect flash at me. These guys like know right where I'm at.
That clip holds up every time. That's an all-timer, bro. That's a generational clip. That's a generational clip. If you were in chat for that, you saw something god tier. Yeah, the team kill that ended off is that's chef's kiss, bro. All right, chat. Sorry, I think I'll have to do some more research on this. I thought I'd have more to do on picking my walkout music and the Korean stock market trash, but we don't have it today. So thanks for watching. GG, much love. Appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow. And I will do the Korean stock market thing tomorrow. And I am still prepping Pokemon until it's over. And so anyway, 07s. If you guys do think of any, if you're like a real esport head, do you think of any more? Actually, DS-Score DM to me. I'm going to make a full list. I think it'd be fun to do this as a full presentation. So FOMC, kind of a boring FOMC, actually. They just held rates steady. Yeah, I thought it would be more, I thought there was a chance he could raise them, which would have been really interesting. But okay, guys, Thanks for watching. Bye. See you tomorrow. Appreciate you.